The following sports broadcast is brought to you by our title sponsor, Greer and Maggard Orthodontics, Dingy Beef Jerky, Bluegrass Orthopaedics, Simply Great Soaps, Lexington Diagnostic Center, Crown Trophy, Bluegrass McDonald's, All Sports in the Fayette Mall, Atkinson Sims and Commode PLLC, Whitaker Bank, Alt 32, and by Rafferty's. We now take you to the ball game, live in HD video on PrepSpin.
Great introduction there by William Warfield, as we are live tonight here at Lexington Christian Academy, and the Eagles are going up against Lexington Catholic. We're going to hear from both coaches here in just a couple of minutes. We'll talk to Coach Ethan Ashley first up, and then Mark Perry of Lexington Catholic. Gary Ball, I'm joined as always by Coach Mike Meehan. And Coach, what do you expect here tonight in this game? You've coached here at Lexington Christian. You've coached in these big-time football games. And, tonight it's a beautiful night. You got two really good high school football teams, both ranked in their classes in the top 5. So should be a really good match here tonight. As you see a good shot there as William does the scanning on the camera there, but a great shot of the teams warming up.
I expect a fast game. Both of these teams are tempo teams.
Yeah.
LCA brags about their tempo. They
Right.
try to snap that ball within like 6 seconds if
Yes,
they can. LCA is fast too, but LCA does more reading the sideline. They'll get up like they're ready to go. The defense will get set, and then they'll look back to the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Perry will make a call according to what the defense is. But I think they're going to test each other early. That's my prediction. The other prediction I have, the thing if you want to talk about keys to the game, the kicking game.
Yes, sir.
Both of these teams got good kicking games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about the return game. I think Catholic might hold the edge in their return game. We'll see what kind of yardage they get there. And then the other thing is the pressure on the quarterback. We're going to see a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks tonight.
Thanks to Greer and Maggard. They are delivering the game ball tonight. Greer and Maggard here at the Eagles Nest at Lexington Christian, just off East Reynolds Road here, and beautiful facility here for Lexington Christian Academy. The beautiful night couldn't be perfect. More perfect for weather. Thanks to William Warfield, our king of stream, for producing Mike Meehan and Gary Ball. We're going to step out, but when we come back after these commercial breaks, we're going to talk to the head man, Ethan Ashley of Lexington Christian, get his thoughts on tonight's game, and see what he thinks coming up. It's the Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week, Lexington Catholic, Lexington Christian.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com. Locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball. We're back here at the beautiful Eagles Nest at Lexington Christian. A beautiful night for high school football. We're talking to Ethan Ashley, the outstanding young coach. Fourth year, Coach. Can you believe it's already been 4 years as the head man here at LCA?
It's great. Time flies, but it's exciting times around LCA right now. And we're coming off 12 in 1 year, starting 3-0 right now. We've got a bunch of kids back, and it's exciting. But to think it's been 4 years is still, it seems like it's a blink of an eye.
You mentioned a bunch of kids back. It starts with Logan Devesey, the quarterback. He does such a good job. You have to have somebody with his trigger to run the offense you run.
Yeah, we've still got Brayden Miller that's coming back from an ankle injury that we've been running our 2 quarterback deal, and we'll finally get back in the groove of things I think tonight, which is again something that brought a lot of success and leading the state in points last year.
Yeah.
So offensively, we want to get back to what we did last year in a lot of ways and have the success we did. But there's no doubt Logan's been running the show for us. And you got to have a signal caller. It's as important as any position, probably in any sport,
especially with your offense.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's a lot we do, and Logan does a great job, orchestrating it and getting the ball to where we need to, and does what we ask him to do, plays within himself, and then, of course, he can always make plays, so that's always a plus.
Got to ask you the question every CEO in America wants to ask you right now. What did you tell your ball club at halftime up in Vincennes, Indiana? It was a nip and tuck game, and all of a sudden, the second half, you came out and just blew it open.
Well, we've kind of phrased the mantra, no huddle, no mercy, and there's a lot of conditioning that goes into that. There's many times early in the game where I can see we might be neck and neck from a speed standpoint with somebody, and I know as we get into that second quarter, last 6 minutes in the first half, and the first 6 minutes of that third quarter, our boys have kind of believed that that's ours, that's our 12 minutes, and from there on out, we can start to lengthen the gap or close the gap and overcome it, But the game against Danville last year in the district title game, come back down 2 scores, I think really helped prepare us for that game. Obviously, we drove 3 hours in the rain, so that was a great test for us. And but there wasn't anything special at halftime. It was we're going to do what we do. We shot ourselves in the foot, which you always have happen. Hope it never does, but it happens. Throughout the course of the year, especially if you're playing at a high level. People do things to take things away from you, and we fumbled the football through a pick, and ultimately they capitalized off of it. So proud of the way defense responded, proud of the way offense responded, and then our kicker Tyler Dobbs, the senior this year, is doing a heck of a job for us, making sure we play again with great field position this year.
Coach, I don't know if Lexington Catholic walked here, but they literally are right over the street here. You can almost see their school from Lexington Christian. So it's an opponent you know a lot about, and it's also an opponent that coming in has some confidence after a big win against Lafayette last week, and it's an opponent that feels pretty confident coming in.
Yeah, they play a great brand of football. They're disciplined. They're technicians. They do a lot of great things. And similar to what we do offensively. Obviously, you have a different defensive scheme, but their kids play hard. And Mark does a great job with them, and has done. Obviously a great job in the tradition they've had there. But LCA's getting back on the map, and we're excited about the challenge that lies ahead. They challenge themselves each and every year, with their schedule, and getting us back together, I think is a great thing. So excited about the opportunity to play Lexington Catholic and see what we're made of.
Well, thanks for having us out here, Coach, and I know it's all going to be won in the trenches.
There's no doubt. No doubt.
That's where it
always is.
Well, thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Ethan Ashley, 4th-year head coach, here on PrepSpin, the pregame show. The White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week here from Lexington Christian, Lexington Catholic. We'll come back. We'll try to grab Mark Perry real quick, the head coach from Lexington Catholic. Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims & Kermode.
you can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
There's no way.
Yes. Gary Ball, Mark Perry joins me. Coach Perry, always appreciate you taking out your time and joining us here on PrepSpin.
Well, I appreciate all the coverage and all you guys do for high school sports.
Thank you, Coach. Tonight, LCA, Lexington Catholic, obviously a great history against this football team, but you know that this 2017 edition of the Eagles is pretty talented.
It's a good team. They're a senior-laden bunch and very talented group. You know, they've won a lot of football games. They're a winning group. When you turn on the film, one thing that sticks out is how hard they play. And that's a tribute to the kids and the staff and what they got going on. And we got to play a great football tonight to win a game like this.
Coach, you're 2-1 against a tough schedule. You played Covington Catholic, one of the best teams in the state. You played Lafayette, one of the best teams in the state. Different dynamic. You threw the ball quite a bit against Covington Catholic, and then you came back and had the power running game, especially with Brinkman against Lafayette, and got the big 25-0 victory.
Yeah, and hopefully that shows our kids and our team that we can win in different ways. Mm-hmm. And we have the ability to throw the football, and as you saw last week, we can run the football.
Yeah.
When we need to too, and play great defense and make plays on special teams. Right. And that's what it takes to beat a good football team. When we did that last week, hope to do that again tonight.
Yeah, Lafayette, a loaded team. But, Coach, talk about Dylan Wheatley, the running back, number 32 for LCA, and their quarterback, Nevis. Yeah. That's a really good 1-2 punch.
It's a good 1-2 punch. You gotta, they make you defend the entire field. Whether they got screens outside, they got good, talented receivers outside, and Drake, and you look at their backfield, Wheatley and Nevis. I mean, they've got a good football team, and like I say, you look across the board at senior, and those guys. If you look back to film 2 years ago, those guys are playing. It's a group that's played a lot of football, and this is their team, and we got a big challenge ahead of us tonight.
Not knocking your defense, but obviously you looked at that Covington Catholic film, and then after you looked at it, you burned it. You came back against Lafayette, a team that's got a lot of athletes on that team. What was the different dynamic that you were able to dominate the Lafayette team? Was up front in the O-line, the D-line?
Yeah, I think that had a lot to do with it. And we didn't play well against Covington Catholic. I didn't coach very well against Covington Catholic, and
I didn't call my
that's
best
on
game.
me. You know what I mean?
I didn't call my best game.
That's part of it. And you look and say, how can we get better this week? And then how can we get better this week? And we're 1 week at a time, 1 day at a time, and we want to play better tonight than we did last week against Lafayette. And regardless of the score, we want to take steps into what's ultimately important, and that's the district play. But it should be a fun game, beautiful night for football.
It is perfect. Well, we appreciate your time, Coach. Keys, real quick, keys to winning the game for Catholic tonight against LCA?
Well, I think stops. I think getting stops, and they're a very potent offense. I think it's important that we play well in the kicking game. I think when you have two equal teams, that's a huge part of a game is who wins that special teams battle, and that's a big part of tonight, and hopefully we'll come up on the winning edge.
Thank you, Coach Perry.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Mark Perry, I'll come back with Mike Meehan and William Warfield. Will set the starting lineups and the scene. It's going to be a good one tonight, folks. It's going to be a battle, the backyard battle here, Lexington Christian, Lexington Catholic. You're going to watch it exclusively on the leader in high school sports digital network.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Great shot of the press box along the way here. Gary Ball with Mike Meehan, William Warfield here at Lexington Christian Academy, as tonight the Eagles entertain the Knights of Lexington Catholic. Lexington Christian comes in with a perfect record of 3-0. Some outstanding finishes for this Eagles team. And, Coach, me to think about Lexington Christians, and they only score a lot of points. Their defense has been pretty stout this year. Defense has been really well. And that was the thing that I was kind of surprised about until I looked at their depth and who they have on defense. A lot of seniors on this team both ways, and seniors do make a difference. They make a huge difference in the way the team approaches the game, both offensively and defensively. Right. Well, it's a beautiful night, as we said, gorgeous night. And, Coach, we really appreciate Ethan Ashley and Mark Perry taking out their time and joining us tonight on the pregame. I think it adds so much to a broadcast. You know, we're doing a high school game, but to us, it's a big deal. To them, it's a big deal. And I really appreciate them taking out their time and talking to us. Well, and they're good people. Yeah. They're good coaches, but they're also really good people. And I think parents have to understand that one of the best benefits of a high school football program are the coaches that lead these young men. And a lot of time away from home, they're with their coaching staff. Coach, what was involved with Lexington Catholic? They tried to throw the ball quite a bit. Their quarterback was picked a few times against Covington Catholic. They came back against Lafayette. Lafayette quarterback had injured his ankle in the Scott County game, Teandre Newcomb, so they came in with Nelson at quarterback. But in that game, it was a power game by Catholic that was effective. They beat Lafayette 25-0, and it was Brinkman, the young kid that will play a lot tonight, Keith Brinkman, who rushed for nearly 200 yards and a couple touchdowns. Yeah, we saw some really good running backs this year so far, and several of the teams we watched. But again, I think the weather had a little bit of an influence on that. The field was wet, and I think Catholic decided, you know what, we're going to try to grind this thing out. We're going to try to win it in the trenches. And I heard you say that to the coach about how important it is that the game is played with the offensive and defensive fronts, and I think you're right about that. That's what happened. As far as the Covington Catholic game goes and the quarterback, honestly, Alan, I don't know. He was bound and determined to throw that fade down the sideline, and he just couldn't quite get it there. Yeah. And the Covington Catholic defenders were right there to intercept it. Coach, let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Let's start with the visitors tonight on the board. That's Lexington Catholic. We'll give both offenses, and then we haven't had the coin toss yet, so we don't know who's going to, although the captains will be making their way to midfield here shortly. This is how Lexington Catholic will stack up. At center, Jacob Ballard, big 6'2", 285-pound senior. The left guard is big Jonathan Lynch, 6'3", 280 junior. Right guard is Mark Rumpke. He's a 6'2", 280-pound junior. Left tackle is Thomas Gerritstein. Gerritstein is 6'2", 230 and a senior. Big right tackle, Sammy Vaughn. When I say big tackle, Coach, Sammy Vaughn. Look at number 55 out there, Coach. 6'7", 260-pound junior tackle for the Knights of Lex Cath. That's a big man, and that's going to be really important in this game, too, with Dylan Wheatley carrying the ball. And the ex-receiver will be Carson Brownell. He's a senior. Looking at the wide receiver, Luke Powell, a junior. Nathan Schnurr will be another wide out. He's one of the leading receivers on the team, the junior. The fullback will be Gavin Cameron when he's in there. And Bo Allen, the 6'2 sophomore, will start at quarterback. The UK verbal commit. UK's already offered him. He's verbally commit there. And then Keith Brinkman and Damian Jones. And, Coach, we're kind of wondering what the situation is with DJ, but Brinkman ran so well against Lafayette, he'll get the start tonight. Might just be field conditions. I mean, this field is perfect for a guy like Jones. If they get him a crack, he's going to break. He takes a 5-yard run and turns it into a 25-yard run. So I would venture to say we're going to see both in very influential positions tonight. I'm looking at the there's the Eagles of Lexington Christian. They look like the Titans uniforms, Tennessee Titans, who they remind me of. Look at their uniforms there on the monitor. Look like the Tennessee Titans, except, of course, the logo on the helmet there, the eagle. So Lexington Christian will stack up like this. Ben Whitman will be your center. He's 6'2", 235 and a junior. Right guard will be Hayden Kennedy, 6'3", 216 and a junior. Left guard is Graham Park, 6'5", 245 senior. Big guys up front for the Eagles as well. Wyatt Southall's your left tackle, 6'2", 280 and a senior. And on the right side tackle is Walker Parks, 6'5", 235-pound sophomore. Let's look at their receivers and their skill people. It'll be Demarius Smith at a wide out. Kaysen Lebrecht will be another wide receiver. Dylan Wheatley. And, Coach, you and I have seen him over the last 3 seasons now. This kid's a special football player. Yeah, I really like him. You look at this guy and you say, okay, he's a power runner. But he has an extremely quick lateral movement once he breaks the line of scrimmage. And he's got pretty good speed, too. So it's going to be hard to contain him. They have got to keep him between the tackles, keep him from breaking the linebackers. Logan Nevis, the 185-pound senior quarterback, has thrown for over 600 yards and 6 touchdowns. And Coach, listen to this stat, though, for Logan Nevis. 52 completions, 71 attempts. I mean, that's an unbelievable percentage for the young man. If I'm not mistaken, that's going to be up around close to 70%.
Really good percentage, but again, and I'm not making excuses, but I know this offense that they run, the system that they run. A lot of those passes are screens on the outside, quick screens, tunnel screens, jailbreak screens, fast screens, slow screens, and then plays down little square outs and plays down the field. But he can hit the deep receiver. I was watching him in warm-ups. Throws a beautiful deep ball.
Yeah, he's an outstanding quarterback. He's got some other weapons, too. We haven't mentioned Wade Drake, the junior, the wide receiver, or Blaine Harden, who's a wide out, and also Drayden Burton, senior. That name's familiar, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeff's son, Jeff Burton, the coach here, a guy I worked with when I was here. Really good family, really good athletes. But I agree with you a little bit. I'm looking at that Drake, Wade Drake. I watched him in warm up. That kid has got some serious skills. Brandon Burdett, who's coaching receivers here, played when I was coaching over here, played wide out. Probably the best hands I've ever seen. Ran really good routes. And I think he's been working with him. So
they make the captains make the way out on the field here. Kevin Brown is one of the captains, along with Thomas Gerritstein, Mark Rumpke, and also Dylan Coulter are your captains for Lexington Catholic. And for the Eagles, Wade Drake is one of their captains, along with Logan Nevis, the senior quarterback. There's a couple of other big fellas out there. We're blocked right now by the Catholic linemen, but we'll get their number here as well. So Lexington Catholic, Lexington Christian. And it's going to be a good one here tonight at the Eagles Nest. William Warfield producing, King of Stream here on PrepSpin, high definition. Folks watching this at home, Coach Meehan, in 1080p high definition. We've got a monitor right here in the booth. We're looking at the captains out there now with the officials and the coaches, and it is a beautiful screenshot that we see on our monitor.
It's amazing. It's a tremendous picture, and that's going to help us a lot too. One thing. Okay, did you get that?
Catholic won the toss, deferred to the second half. We already gave you LCA's offense, so what that means, Coach, is the Knights' defense will be out there with Mark Rumpke at nose tackle, 280-pound junior. Justin Tackett, the junior, with Dylan Coulter, who's one of the captains out there, will be the defensive ends. Keith Brinkman has normally been starting linebacker along with Brendan Emnett. Kevin Brown will start tonight for Ryan Mattingly. Ray Smoot will start at the outside linebacker. The corners will be Carson Brownell, Jake Topley, and then you'll have also Clay Callahan back there and Henry Holthouse in the secondary. So those are the starters, Coach. Well, the starters have been set. The captains have been out there, got the coin toss. Catholic won the toss, deferred to the second half. And, Coach, we're just about set for a great high school football game. And we've got pretty much a packed house in here at the Eagles Nest.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice-looking crowd on the other side. We're sitting kind of close to the field, not unlike some of the places we've been.
High up, yeah.
Yeah, but, again, the one captain you didn't see, Graham Parks, was one of the captains, number 60.
Gotcha.
And then Wheatley, of course.
So Dylan Wheatley also a captain. So those are your captains. The officials have just a terrific I don't think you could order this weather any better here in Central Kentucky for high school football. And we're looking forward to Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian. And, Coach, I'll go ahead and say it on record. Every time they've played football, I've called that game. So I've been here for every one of these Catholic LCA matchups.
We're here for the 2.5-hour rain delay and storm delay.
Yep.
I mean, that's just way too long for kids to wait to play a football game. But
Knights in that white, that traditional white with the blue, and the blue helmets. And I love that knight on that horse, on that logo they've got on those helmets this year. I'm not sure that they've always had that. Usually it's been like an LC or something like that, but they've gone to the knight riding that big horse on the helmets this year, Coach.
I like that too. I think it's a really classy emblem.
So we want to thank all of our sponsors again: White Greer, Maggard, Mingy Beef Jerky, All Sports, and of course the Scholastic Ball Report. That will be this Sunday at noon on the CW, Coach. My guests are outstanding guests. Frankfurt Panthers are the team of the week. Coach Foley, undefeated, one of the top teams in single-A football in the state. And our scholar athletes are all 3 4.0 students from Boyle County Soccer. And we got a feature, Little P, one of your favorites on the show, Little P. He goes one-on-one, Coach, with Dylan Wheatley.
Oh, wow. P is back. Little P is back. That'll be something people, if you have not seen this young man, this tremendous personality this kid has when he does interviews and his sense of humor, you need to definitely turn in to the Scholastic Ball Report Sunday at noon.
At noon on the CW, as Lil P will make his 2017 debut. He started with us last year and was a big hit, so we brought him back. His real name is Parker Panel, and he does attend, by the way. He's an 8th grader right here at Lexington Christian Academy and a good little athlete, plays multiple sports. So looking forward to that. Looking forward to this football game. Coach, what can we look for here early on? This Catholic will be the team kicking off to Lexington Christian.
Yeah, you want to say in most games like this, the teams feel each other out a little bit to see what they're trying to do. But honestly, I am not going to be too surprised if we have some tricks early. Both of these teams have some things up their sleeve that they'd like to try out, and we'll see how that goes.
There comes White, Greer, and Maggard bringing out the game ball. There he is. There's the man. White, Greer, and Maggard, and they'll present some checks as well.
Yeah, each school raised money for the
$5,000 for American Red Cross. I mean, think about the weather we've had. Houston was just bombarded with rain and a hurricane a couple weeks ago. Now there's a bigger one coming through Florida. So, Coach,
and one right behind it.
One right behind it. We just got to send all of our thoughts and prayers and to all the folks down in Florida. You know, if you haven't got out of that state by now, you just better hunker down because that's a pretty big storm coming your way down there.
There's a whole lot of big, tall buildings in Miami and the big, tall cranes sticking up that they're worried about too. I think that's one of the biggest fears that they have.
So it'll be Burton dropping back deep. He'll be the deep man back there. LeBrecq is back there also. And Lexington Christian has also sent McClurg, Josh McClurg. He's to the near side. But the deep man is going to be Drayden Burton. Set to kick off, Francisco Rios. Rios into it for Catholic. Low kick, and it bobbles around. He's just going to dive on it at the 27-yard line. That's where the Eagles will go to work there. 55 there jumping on the ball. Caleb Bolton, the junior, jumping on the ball there for LCA.
Caleb did the right thing. He got on the football, didn't try to pick it up and run it. That ball was squirting around. Okay, we're gonna really concentrate on these offenses tonight, I think. This is a spread offense. They run a lot of short screen passes. They have a really good running back, so we're going to kind of concentrate on what they're doing.
So we've already, of course, tweeted out on PrepSpin and the Scholastic Ball Report and Coach Meehan that the game is, tell your friends they can watch it live right here on PrepSpin. Nevis gives off to Dylan Wheatley. Who else? He's got some room. 30, 33. Wheatley is up to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. What a great run there. Pickup of about 8 yards for Dylan Wheatley there. And, Coach, I think you got a beat on a couple of guys there for the Knights on defense. Here's that hurried-up offense.
Joseph Osborne was one of the ones that hit him first.
Quick pass over the far side. LeBrecq's got it. LeBrecq 35-40. Here's a flag down as LeBrecq midfield. He's into Holdhouse after him. Holdhouse runs him out of bounds. But hold the phone, as I like to say, guys. There's a penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage. That may come back.
Yeah, it has to be either a hold or a procedure penalty of some kind. It was right there, and the linesman threw the flag right away.
What a great pass though, and that's what they talk about is how quick LCA gets into that offense and fires those quick strikes out there. And LeBrecq caught it almost in stride. Here's a look at it there on the replay. And what a great job by Holthouse, 23 there for Catholic, to track him down.
He did. He ran him down, thank goodness. But, again, the penalty really hurts them. Yep. When you go quick like that, sometimes things like that happen.
Yeah, sometimes you don't get set.
No, and the defense wasn't set, that's for sure.
So 2nd down and 9. That penalty moves it all the way back to the 28-yard line, and they've got to get out to the 37 for first down. Nevis fakes. He's going to tuck it, hit, and slam down. He got a couple of yards, but not before he was hit. And
yeah, way too much pressure.
I tell you, got him was Dylan Coulter, one of the leading tacklers.
Yeah, and A.J. King was in there also.
Yeah, sure did. Mingy beef jerky. Thanks to those folks. I had some earlier this week, the mild. I love the mild, Coach, and I love Mingy beef jerky. You got to try this stuff, Mingy beef jerky. So brings up 3rd down. Very little gain there.
Empty backfield.
For Nevis, back in the shotgun. He's going to tuck it. He's got some room. He breaks the tackle up to the 33, and that's going to force a punt by Lexington Christian, as getting there on the stop coming in was Clay Callahan.
Nice job of defense and swarming onto that play. Callahan did a really nice job.
So did Mattingly.
Yeah. They're going. It's
4th down and 6, but he also is their punter, so he may just be trying to draw Lex Cath offside. That would be my guess. Nevis now taking a long look over toward the sideline. Just underway here. Lexington Catholic, Lexington Christian opening drive for the Eagles here. Wheatley now shifts to the left side.
Even get a delay if they're not
and Nevis, long count's going to roll left, set, throw, and it's going to be caught by LeBrecq again, and Kason LeBrecq's got the first down up to the 45, 46-yard line. It's a nice 10-yard pickup there in the first down. Boy, I tell you, how about that, Coach? Fourth down, and they went for it. Look at that replay.
Yeah, it's really nice of blocking out there on the edge to get the quarterback on the edge. Nevis did a good job.
Here's a give. Wheatley, 40. Dillon running over people, 35. Wheatley to the 30. Picks up about 23 yards and another first down for the big fella who came in with 377. Take a look at that power running, Coach.
Yeah, he did a really good job, and there's a great
maneuver and grasshopper his way through there. Maybe a pickup of about a yard. It's going to bring up third down. But I still go back to this fourth down and about 5 for the Eagles way back here. And the swing pass out to LeBrecq took another save by Holthouse. He might have taken that to the house.
I really like the fact that they went for it on fourth down. That shows they're out here to win this football game. They're snapping the ball. After they set the ball, they're snapping it in 6 seconds.
Nevis fires right side. It's caught, and that's going to be first down, breaking tackles, and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 10. And the catch was made by Drayden Burton, the senior receiver. That's his 15th catch on the season, nearly 200 yards, Coach.
Yeah, that was a really nice job, too. They're throwing those little short out patterns. LCA is locked up man-to-man now. They're playing them pretty tight. Lexington Catholic's locked up man-to-man.
First and goal. Here's Wheatley.
Big
Willie
hole.
getting down low, down about the 5, and he's going to be upended there making the tackle. There were a couple of Knights in there, in particular Brennan Emnett, the junior.
Yeah, I'm afraid what they're going to have to do is get better penetration if they're going to stop the big guy from running the football.
Caudill also helped out, so Nevis fakes, tucks it, and he's going to take it in for the score. Touchdown, Nevis. What a drive. It started on the low kick way back here at the 27-yard line by Caleb Bolton, was able to pounce on it, set the Eagles up, and the big play there, Coach, was that fourth down play.
Yeah, it really was. And I noticed on that play it was pretty good blocking. Garrett Stein had an opportunity to make that tackle. He just couldn't close down fast.
With the early lead here, we'll be back on the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week here on PrepSpin, 7-0 LCA.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
Logan Nevis with the touchdown run, the quarterback for LCA, and that on the season his 5th touchdown rush, and he also has 6 throwing. And set to kick off will be the Eagles. We set the offense for you. We'll check the LCA defense after this kick here coming by the Tyler Dobbs young man. Outstanding kicker. Coach, we mentioned that in the pregame. Both teams, Francisco Rejos for Catholic and this Dobbs kid from LCA, outstanding kickers.
Yeah, Carson Brunell's deep, and he's a threat.
Yes, he can run now. And they know that. Let's see if they kick it to him. They do. Backing up, Brownell at the 5. He'll bring it out to the 10, 15, 20, dancing. Brownell, and he's going to be tackled at the 20-yard line. And coming down there to get him for the Eagles was Harden. Blaine Harden, the junior, making the stop there. Harden on the stop, and Brownell will have about a 15-yard return there, Coach. And
well, he can't dance. I'm telling you that right now. This team closes down too quickly. Lexington Christian, you've got to go straight. You're allowed 1 cut on a kickoff return.
We mentioned Bo Allen, your quarterback. Keith Brinkman is behind him. He had 195 yards and 2 touchdowns last week against a really good Lafayette football team.
4-3 defense. They're faking. They're looking like they want to run man-to-man on the outside on the receivers with a free safety, so it's now they drop back in zone. So.
Allen looking. Throws it. He's got a deep ball downfield. He's got a receiver down there. Off his fingertips down at the 40-yard line. Off the fingertips of Luke Powell. That was a good throw.
It was a good idea, too. Just loosen him up. Lexington Christian was really pounding up close to him.
Look at that again, Coach, on the replay there.
Just barely overthrew him.
Well, that was a good football. He threw that about, what, Coach, 40 yards in the air?
Easily.
Up front, Graham Parks, Chris Zack by Walker Parks.
Yeah, I like what Parks did on that play. He just crashed across and made the tackle. Pretty sure tackle, too. So Lexington Catholic goes pretty quick also. They just don't have the same speed. He came in from the inside position to make that tackle.
So it'll be 3rd and about 14 for the Knights. They're backed up. LCA scored on their opening drive on a Nevis touchdown run of about 5 yards. And the Eagles lead 7-0. And I think we're going to get a timeout. Yes, we're going to get a timeout called by the Knights on that 3rd and long, Coach. And what happened there? Didn't like their play or didn't how things were set or something?
Yeah, I think there was a little discussion about what defense they were going to be in, and they looked like the LCA is doing a really good job of disguising their defense. They're coming up. They're lining up, look like they're playing man with what we call one coverage, one safety back, favoring the trip side, but he's deep. And then they kind of change that to a zone and then roll a little bit. So I think they're having a little trouble identifying what they're running, although they did beat him deep on that one play. So that might be something we're seeing.
So with 7:49 to play in the first, the scoreboard, by the way, and the clock is way off to our right, but we can lean out and see it.
Gary Ball has to lean out, or I have to lean out this open window to see the scoreboard. So if you hear a yell and a thump, we leaned out too far.
Yeah, we've gone over. No, but anyway, good football game, Coach. Great, beautiful night. Great crowd here. This is what high school football is all about. I don't think you could squeeze anybody in here with a shoehorn.
No, it's a really good job, a really good crowd, and good publicity on the game. I noticed in the teams, the school's websites, it was really publicized.
Great shot there from the King of Stream, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. Gary Ball with Coach Mike Mee and William Warfield here. 7-0. Great start for the Eagles offense on that long drive.
Right, and this is a big play here. You do not want to give them good field position. Have to punt the ball and give them good field position.
Jones is in there. He's a slot to the right, trips her out to the top, and Allen looking that way, drops back. Allen throws it. He's got a receiver, and it's nearly picked off.
And almost caught.
And
see that again.
Kaufman came in there and nearly picked that one off, laid out for it. Here's the replay.
Watch Kaufman lays out and knocks it down, but then Jones almost catches it on the tip. Oh.
Sure did. So that'll bring a punting situation for Lexington Catholic. Here's the punt.
Good.
And that's going to be a fair catch called by LeBrecq at the 45-yard line. So LCA will start at their own 44-yard line as they moved him up a yard. Lexington Catholic's defense, and I tell you what, Coach, their defensive coordinator was down on the sideline right in front of us here with the Catholic defense, and he was letting them have it.
He was letting them have it. The situation is you've got a double-barrel attack here. You've got to stop Wheatley. You've got to stop him. If you're stopping him, then the quarterback's going to keep the ball and make the 5 or 6 yards. Plus, then they have the passing offense, and boy, their tempo is pretty amazing.
To the near side is Burton. He made that big catch on that opening drive. LeBrecq made a couple of huge catches. Of course, Wheatley and Nevis with their legs. Here's LeBrecq in motion. They give it back over to Wheatley left side. Wheatley breaks a tackle, 40, down to the 38 as he picks up good yardage, about 7 yards. And he really, for all intents and purposes, should have been tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I noticed that what happened was the edge player, defensive player, came across to make the tackle, but was afraid he was going to get outside. Where he's got to get help is from the linebackers. There's a good fake.
Pass, and it's caught. And down, that's going to be to the 20-yard line. That's going to be Drake. Drake with the catch.
Drake's having a game, Gary. He really is.
Nevis has not thrown an incompletion yet in this game, Coach. As you look at the stats there from we'll try to get that set up for you there.
About 7 minutes to go in this quarter.
Trying to position that for you, Coach. There we go. I guess it'll hold. In the stat monitor.
Another little pass on the outside for a short gain.
It was caught by Demarius Smith. Far side. That brings up second down. Let's see what Nevis does here. Nevis gives to Wheatley. Wheatley hit, and that's a good tackle there. Turned in by who else? Number 59 for the Knights, Dylan Coulter.
Yeah, Dylan Coulter did a good job, and he got some help also from Brennan, Emmett Brennan.
Brings up 3rd down on about 8 for the Eagles. Trip receivers out to the top, and Drake is to the bottom. You got to watch him. He's out there on an island, and on him is Topley, Jake Topley. Now he moves a little bit closer.
Watch the screen here.
Nevis with Wheatley to his right. Good snap. Nevis back looking. He's got all day. Fires left side, and it is knocked away just at the last moment. Good defense there, turned in by the Knights' intended receiver was Burton, and that's a good job there by Brownell to knock that ball away at the last moment.
Brownell did an excellent job of knocking that ball away. That was extremely good coverage. He tempted him, teased him a little bit by playing off him, but he had him covered the whole way, and then came across and knocked it down. Really good route.
So here's 4th down and 8 for the Eagles. They lead 7-0. Nevis, 4th down and 8, back to Pat, looking right. Stutter steps, got all day. He's got a lot of time. Now here comes the pressure. Rolling to the right, sets, throws in the corner of the end zone, and does Smith come up with it? The official right there. Touchdown! Way out of our range. We had to really lean out, but they say yes, he came up with that football, and what a throw by Nevis.
We can see that on the replay. It was a super throw. That's all right. We'll see. Yeah, back.
Yeah, there's touchdown.
And back here.
On 4th down and 8.
No, we got to run it.
Smith. Here's the kick by Dobbs. And just like that, Lexington Christian in front of a packed house. They lead Lexington Catholic, both teams ranked in the Bluegrass Preps poll in their classes in the top 5 in the Bluegrass Preps poll. We'll come back on the PrepSpin, 14-0. The lead for Lexington Christian with 5:55 in the first quarter. We'll be back on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopaedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopaedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
One leg, 1 foot.
Brownell takes it, and he returns it to the 20. And Brownell close to the 20-yard line. He's going to be knocked down there by Lexington Christian's Blaine Harden, who's already made a couple of plays tonight for the kicking team. So Catholic offense couldn't get much done the first time. And, Coach, the offense for Lexington Christian has been superb. Nevis is 6 for 7.
Yeah, they haven't done anything wrong at all. They're so far everything they've done is correct.
So let's see what Catholic has for us here. Bo Allen, the sophomore quarterback. He has Brinkman to his left in the backfield. Triple receivers to the bottom, Coach. And right now, of course, yeah, there's Cottle out there, but there's only 2 out here on these 2 guys. Now backing up a little bit more is McClurg. Allen. Inside handoff. Here comes surrender Brinkman to the 37-yard line. Well, that was a quick hitter there by Brinkman. And he takes it 17 yards, and that's definitely the best run for scrimmage for the Knights here tonight by Keith Brinkman, pickup of 17.
Yeah, Coach Perry's looking for that defense of weakness, the little crack in that defense where he can exploit it with these big offensive linemen.
See what Allen does here with Jones, slot to the left, fakes to DJ, pass out, and a diving incompletion at the 35-yard line. Intended receiver out there was Tommy Knopp.
Well, it wasn't a good pass, but thank goodness, because the defender, number 8 for Lexington Christian, McClure, was right on it. He was ready to maybe even pick that one off.
Yeah, Knopp was out there, and he dove for it. You know, had he caught it, Coach, it would have been about a 5-yard loss. Don't know why. I guess they thought they were going to run a little screen out there.
They were, and it was covered.
So Bo Allen up at the 37, 2nd down and 10. Gives to Damian Jones. Jones trying to bounce it outside. Here's a flag as Damian takes it up close to the first down marker, but there's a penalty marker down back in the vicinity of the offensive line.
I believe there was a hold there. The flag came in pretty quickly. So
This crowd, guys, I'm not kidding you, is still filing in here at Lexington Christian. They've got people all around the bowl here, and the stands are packed. This is one of the better crowds I've seen here at Lexington Christian Academy, Coach.
Yeah, it's amazing, and they're having something for the students up there. It's like school day or something up there for the students. A lot of them are up there playing around with all the bouncy things and all that. Now they're coming down to the game.
Well, that penalty's costly, Coach. You talk about costly penalties. That's second down now, all the way back at the inside the 30-yard line. They've got to get up to the 47 for a first down. They shift Jones now over to the slot outside.
This is their best offensive formation here if they can protect the quarterback.
Yeah. Bo Allen out of the gun. Good snap. Back. Here's a screen to Schnurr. Schnurr's guys hit immediately and dropped. And there to get him is Ben Whitman, 52.
They tried to run a little tunnel screen, and he tried to break it back toward the middle a little bit more, and there was nothing there. There were too much pursuit from the inside.
Bolton helped out as well. Whitman was in there. He helped out, and Bolton kind of cleaned it up.
We're under 5 minutes in the first quarter here, and Lexington Christian so far is in total control.
Now they got Dylan Wheatley in there at a defensive end, big number 32, Coach. So third down and 20. And there's a whistle. And let's see, did they get the timeout in time? Called another timeout, Lexington Catholic. They're kind of befuddled right now, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they're not happy with what they're seeing with their alignment and so on. I think maybe, of course, I'm not privy to this, but I think maybe that Lexington Christian surprised them with some defensive looks that they hadn't seen.
Bo Allen 1 for 4 so far, passing in the game. Not much running. We had the big run there by Brinkman of 17 yards. That's the best run for scrimmage for the Knights, Coach. 14-0, and we have 4 minutes and 38 seconds of first quarter action remaining here.
And that penalty really hurt him. You mentioned that, Gary. It really did. That holding penalty on a play where there was a really good gain by Jones. And, again, they've got to figure out a way to get Jones.
They would have been close to first down marker on that play.
And I think Lexington – here's the thing that happens. You're behind 14-0, and you're losing confidence in your defense. So you want to try to get these quick touchdowns to get back in it.
Yeah.
Your running game is what's going to save you in this game if you can play defense.
They have just missed a couple, so to speak, on the long pass to Powell right off his fingertips early in the game, talking about Catholic to Luke Powell. Then they had another receiver downfield that was open, and Caudle made a nice play on that one for LCA. But like you said, it was almost caught by Jones after he tipped the ball.
That would have been something. That would have been a sports center play.
William Warfield's had enough of those.
Yep.
With the legends. And a couple here had that one Walker Wood last year in that Lafayette Boyle game.
No.
16 Sports Center top 10s, Mr. Warfield just referenced.
The umpire wasn't happy with the wrap or something was on the nose guard or the defensive guard's wrist. Stopped the play for a minute.
Big Jacob Ballard snaps it back to Allen. Fires right side, in stride. They got the receiver, 45, and he is close to the first down marker, but it might be just shy of it. And the catch was made there by Trenton Neuer. Neuer with the catch.
That was not a good spot. I'm going to tell you right now, that wasn't a good spot. Let's see this.
It looked like it was a little further up, didn't it? We're going to see the replay. And, well, no, Coach. He kind of spun around backwards.
Yeah,
maybe a football distance.
Maybe a 6 inches or so.
Yeah, so it is 4th and about a yard for the Knights. They will bring big Keith Brinkman in there. When I say big, they list him at 5'10", 160. He's a junior. And Damian Jones is 175 pounds. Well, this is a must pick up here for the Knights, already trailing LCA 14-0, Coach.
Think he might go on a long count, try to get him to jump.
Full house backfield. They give it now, and they got Brinkman's got the first down by about a half a yard. First down. You know who led the charge, Coach? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Big number 59, Dylan Coulter, 230-pound senior, lined up at number 59 at fullback, and, man, he threw a block in there. Look at that replay. If William could show us that again. It was big number 59 right there.
Yeah, they brought him in to play fullback.
Yeah, watch this replay. Watch him. He comes in there at fullback, big 59. Watch this Holy opens up there on the right side for Brinkman. See what I mean? Boom! Got two of them.
Yeah. Nice job blocking by the tackle on that, too.
Yeah, Dylan Coulter blew up that play. Allen gives back inside to DJ. Jones cutting it outside, breaking tackles, leaps down into LCA. Here's a flag, a late flag, as Jones dives down to the 48 for about a 5-yard pickup, but we have a late flag coming in there from the line judge.
These flags are just really giving them fits, these penalties.
Yeah, that's already, Coach. You've got the stats right there in front of you. How many penalties we got already in this game? That's got to be 4 or 5.
Holding. Another holding penalty on the edge there. It's just too small, Gary.
Yeah, I know it's a small screen, but
penalties, no, they're not updated.
They're not listing penalties?
No.
Well, that's got to be 5, at least 5 flags we've seen, right, Coach? So
big ones, though.
Big ones at big times. When a nice 5-yard pickup down to LCA 48. Catholic with some momentum, and now they're backed up, first down and 17, back at their own 40-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the first period. 14-0. LCA has dominated this first quarter. Allen firing right side. Caught, and it's caught by Cameron. And that's Cameron, and Gavin takes it. There's another penalty marker down. Another flag. Another flag on the play.
That one came quick.
And they called it against the Knights again.
Yeah, ineligible receiver downfield is what they did. They called an ineligible receiver on that play.
After a nice pickup.
Can we see that again, William?
Cameron. And we're going to try to take a look at that again.
If you can, you know.
That moves it back to the 34-yard line. 5-yard penalty, I guess they say.
That's okay. We're getting.
Yeah. You see the score there. I'll keep you up on the time. 2:50 to go, first quarter. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Catholic's been marching, but my goodness, keep shooting themselves in the foot with these penalties.
Every good play they have is called back.
Trips receivers to the top. Allen, here comes pressure. Steps, throws.
Nice.
He's got his man. He stopped in his tracks for some reason, looking around to see who was there. That cost him a few yards, but nevertheless, Trenton Orr takes it up to the 44. Coach, he kind of stopped in his tracks at the 40. We're going to take a look at that last penalty flag.
Oh, yeah, 52. 52 is way downfield.
So it was a good call.
Yeah.
So second down and 12 now for the Knights at their own 45. Second and 12. Allen fakes to Jones, throws it down the left side. Brownell down there, incomplete as he battled down there and battling with number 6 for that's Smith. So the receiver also a good defensive back. And Coach, that brings up 3rd and 12.
Again, you know, these penalties, they've got to overcome that, but they've got some receivers open now. Stick with your running game when you can, though.
They've got Jones. He and Allen both are looking over toward the sideline. You got one of the backup quarterbacks over there. That's number 14 calling in some plays, Austin Hamelback. Allen fakes, getting pressure, sets, throws, and knocked away there at the last moment by McClurg. Josh McClurg, the sophomore, made a nice play from behind and blew that play up, and that's going to force a punt by the Knights of Lexcath. They're already trailing 14-0, and LCA's looking real. Look at that play, Coach.
Yeah, that's a good play. He had his right arm down around the hip, but it wasn't interference at all. He wasn't impeding his route at all.
Comes the punt by Catholic. High punt, not very deep. And it's going to bounce and take a roll back to the 33. And Catholic will down it right there at the 33-yard line.
Gary, there is 1 minute and 46 to go in this half, I think.
First quarter.
In the first quarter.
Yep.
Yeah, and
it's been dominated by Lexington Christian.
And if they take this ball down and score, that's going to change the game plan completely for Lexington Catholic. I still say if you can avoid the penalties, you can run the football against this Lexington Christian team.
Let's see what Nevis has for us so far tonight. He's put up 6 of 7 passing, 71 yards, and that touchdown. Of course, what a catch by Smith. And then we saw Smith turn right around and make a tremendous defensive play from the secondary.
Right, and then they can't stop Dylan Wheatley from gaining his 5 yards of play.
Nevis
reverses
it around to Burton. Burton, he's got some room. 40. Burton, he's at midfield. Burton to 40, turning on the Jets to the 30, 20. He is at the 10-5. Burton's going to take it to the house with that speed, and the Lexington Christian fans are going crazy along the way.
That was an amazing reverse. They just tricked him. They fooled him right away. I knew they were going to come up with some tricks early, but a little reverse there. There was absolutely no containment on the backside. If we can see that again, we'll see that the backside player on any play, when the play goes away, you got to go as deep as the deepest back and contain. Obviously, that didn't happen. Number 5 and number 56 actually got pinned inside. So Lexington Catholic, they're going to have to talk to those guys. They're going to have to talk to Clay, Callahan, and Justin Tackett about containing.
Extra point was up and good by Dobbs, and we take a break now. 21-0, Lexington Christian dominating Lexington Catholic, their arch rival here on PrepSpin. Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1970.
Here's the kick, and it'll be Brownell again, back deep. Brownell brings it out. Brownell, he is up to the 20.
Jeez.
And Brownell 21 and knocked backwards there to 21-yard line for the Knights. Trailing now 21-0 with 1:27. And LCA, coach, they've scored in all kinds of. Nevis with a great run up the middle scored from 5 yards out as we recap the scoring here. And then the great pass to Smith. I'll tell you what, and then Burton with the reverse.
Notice the coaching staff here on right below us is Lexington Catholic, and they're really on their players hard right now.
Beautiful night for high school football, and it's been a very good night for LCA so far. Here's a pass. Cameron's got it. Ball comes out of there, and LCA's got it at the 25-yard line.
That's an incomplete. It should be an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that's what the coaches are rolling incomplete. Coach Perry. Let's see. We're going to watch it again and see. They rolled it a fumble and recovered by big Zaccarelli. And, yeah, they're going to give the ball to Lexington Christian. Coach, to tell us what happened here. He made a football move, and then the ball was hit. Yeah, Kaufman.
It was loose, though.
Kaufman.
I think if we were watching a pro broadcast, they'd call that incomplete. High school, it's complete.
Yep.
The ball was loose on his through his arm.
Coach Perry was certainly indicating, of course, he wanted to retain possession. Now you put that taunted, wanted offense out there, and he was firing down the right side, and it's going to be nearly caught on a great exchange there, but Burton nearly came up with that one.
Burton's a really good athlete. You know, I'll tell you what, he runs a pretty good route. Lexington Catholic is playing him man-to-man, though. They were all over, and it's a wonder they didn't call interference on that. I wouldn't have, but number 9, Jake Topley on the coverage.
Coach, not only did he catch it, he tucked it.
Catholic is.
He started tucking it. Look, it's squirting out the backside, though.
Catholic's looking for that first big turnover by LCA. Hadn't happened yet. Here's a quick pass out to the far side. Caught there by LCA. And on the swing pass down to the 15 as it's hauled in out there by 29 to haul that one in out there. And that's going to be Jed Green, a backup receiver. So Green makes the catch.
The key to this game right now offensively is Nevis. He's free to throw just about anything he wants. There's just no pressure on him. Here goes Logan.
Dylan Wheatley down to the 10-yard line.
The big man running up in there. They got this. They should.
Dylan Wheatley being looked at by Jeff Brom and Purdue, the Boilermakers. Man, they nearly pulled off the huge upset to open up the season.
They look good. They actually look really good.
Yep. Nevis, low snap, fires it, and it's going to be incomplete. nearly picked off down near the goal line.
Nice job. I'm watching Nevis and old quarterback guy. Good feet, really nice feet, a real quick release. Pretty happy with what I'm seeing. So,
Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. It's been all Eagles here at the Eagles Nest at Lexington Christian. They lead 21-0, Coach, over this good Lexington Catholic team, and we have only 49 seconds here in the first quarter. That clock is stopped on that incompletion down near the goal line by Nevis. He sends motion to the near side, and Nevis tucks it, and he dives down near the 5. Would be 3rd and goal from there, making the play defensively for the Knights defense. It was Coulter who got in there, Coach. That's who I saw anyway. Dylan Coulter, 59, in there on the stop.
Well, we're under 30 seconds now, so in the quarter. So I think LCA just wants to get another one, I think, in this quarter.
Nevis fakes to Wheatley. Now gives it back inside, and it's down to the 3, and that's where he'll be stopped. They gave it back to Drake, Wade Drake, first time he's carried it tonight.
Yeah, a little inside handoff counter trap. Nice little play, actually. Little handle the ball inside, and he gets it over the guard. I think they're going to let it go.
Yeah, that's going to do the end of the first quarter. Comes to a close here at the Eagles Nest. Lexington Christian Academy 21, Lexington Catholic nothing here. Come back with the second quarter action here on the White Greer Maggard High School Football Game of the Week on PrepSpin.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
Gary Ball with Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield, the king of stream producing here from a beautiful Lexington Christian Academy football stadium. Good crowd here tonight, perfect weather, and so far, Coach, it's been a perfect game plan by the Eagles of Lexington Christian. They lead this really good Catholic team 21-0.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's just total domination, and I would be surprised if let me see if they're doing good. They're going to kick the field goal. Hopefully that's not a fake. They're going to kick it. What did I tell you before? You and I have talked about this.
First time Tyler Dobbs will attempt a field goal.
But you've got to practice these field goals in game situations.
It'll be about a 21-yarder. Kick by Dobbs is up, and it is good. Got it just through the left upright there. Good job by Dobbs, 21-yard field goal. And, Coach, just like that to start the second period, how about that if you're LCA? You don't even take any time off the clock, and you put 3 more points up there. You now lead 24-0.
24-0 just at the very beginning of the quarter, and that's pretty amazing. So, Gary, here's an update for you. Tate's Creek's ahead of Dunbar 14-0. 14-0 in the first quarter.
So Elton Creek and Dunbar battling. Here it's Lexington Catholic, Lexington Christian. High school football on just an absolutely gorgeous night. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. We know one thing. We got a big crowd in here right now, especially on the other side, the home crowd from Lexington Christian. This is one of the biggest crowds I've seen in here. But, Coach, I tell you what, right now, Lexington Christian feeling really, really good about things, and Catholic's got to get it going here offensively and defensively.
Yes, they've got it. Well, defensively for sure. Offensively, they got to clean up their act and not make these penalties. And you might get out of this game before you're in it. One thing that they can do against this Lexington Christian team is run the football. And boy, when you get behind like this, your temptation is just to throw in every down.
So Dobbs has it teed up. Let's see who's back deep for the Knights. They had Brownell back there, but it's going to be a different
it should be.
night returner. That's going to be Nathan Schnurr back there.
Schnurr's a little braver. He's a little tougher.
Schnurr goes back, bobbles it, 5, comes out to the 10. Schnurr the 15, 20, and knocked down right there, just shy of the 20-yard line on the return by Nathan Schnurr. And coach, you got to look up. You got to say, okay, we're down 24-0, but we got to start right here, get our offense going, get some points on the board, and try to get a turnover or two. And if you're Catholic, saying try to get back in this thing.
Well, according to this, Bo Allen's only 4 for 9 for 30 yards, and Brinkman's,
Logan Nevis or Brinkman. Brinkman had the 17-yard run.
Right, but they're not updating it yet.
That was early in that quarter, though. Here's a fake give to Jones. He's got some running room. There's your man DJ up to the 30, and he is close to the first down marker. Damian Jones. We saw him. He was spectacular last year, Coach. DJ was at Damian Jones, and then all of a sudden he got that leg injury, and they just did not have the same running game when he was injured last year.
Well, I think he just needs to get his confidence back. I mean, he broke that one. He gets in the secondary. They need some blocking downfield, though.
Game of 10 there. Pickup of 10 and a first down for Bo Allen. Allen gives back up to Jones. Jones at the 40. Jones at the 45, 46-yard line. Pickup of about 17 for Damian Jones. So 27 yards as McClurg and Schnurr kind of mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like Schnurr. Schnurr's a tough guy. I've noticed that before. I want to compliment him. Boy, I'll tell you, he's not a very big guy, but he's downfield blocking. And the way you get Jones loose for long runs is block downfield. Get those safeties and outside linebackers block.
Here's Jones to the left midfield. He's down to the 45 and maybe the 44 on the far side. Coming over there to knock him out of bounds was Burton, Drayden Burton, the corner there for the Eagles, but a pickup of 9. So, Coach, you got a young man who picked up 10, then picked up 17, then picked up 9 on his last 3 carries, Damian Jones.
Yeah, the running game's going to go. The question is, do you have enough time? Because every time Lexington Christian gets the football, they seem to score.
So here's Allen. Jones hit, knocked backwards this time. He's going to lose about 3 yards.
There's a little mix-up back there. Didn't you see that?
Yep.
A little mix-up in the handoff. Looked like they were confused, but really good penetration by Lexington Christian. I really like its number 72 for Lexington Christian on defense, Wyatt Southall.
Yeah. And Graham Parks actually made that play, the defensive end, number 60. But you're right.
The penetration.
Southall really wreaks a lot of havoc in there in the middle, doesn't he?
He does.
So 3rd down and 5. They've got to get to the 43 to the Knights and of Lexington Christian. We have 10-15 to go in the first half, and Lexington Christian on top. Handoff goes inside to Jones. Jones trying to get still on his feet.
Nice
and
job.
He's got a great effort in Jones. I tell you what, he was along the way, so we were blocked by a lot of players, but DJ just kept the legs going and got the first down, Coach, on 2nd and 3rd effort.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. You know, they talk about coaches teaching little things. Watching Lexington Christian, extremely disciplined. Normally when a team stops to look back to the sideline, the other team relaxes. Their defense stayed in their stances.
Jones now. Here's Brinkman. He's hit. Brinkman, and ball comes out of there late. Let's see if it's a fumble. And let's see who got back on it.
It was a fumble.
It's a scrum out there, and they're still battling for it down there. Referee right there. Let's see.
I think a Catholic
They're saying the Knights were able to pull it back out of there. It was one of those big linemen who won that scrum down at the bottom.
Yeah, it was. That was close.
Who was it, William? For Catholic? That's big Vaughn, Sammy Vaughn.
Sammy Vaughn jumped on the football. There he is featured on the picture there.
6'7", 255 pounds, big number, double nickel. 2nd down. Jones shifts. Now they look to the sidelines. The Knights trying to get some points on this board here in front of a packed house here tonight at Lexington Christian. 2 of the top high school football programs in Kentucky. Over the middle screen, Jones has got it. He's got some running room. Jones down to the 30, still on his feet, 20, turns on the Jets, and he's going to dive. Does he get in? The official right there, touchdown. Said he broke the plane with the ball when he stretched it over. That's the kind of effort the sideline wants. That's the kind of effort the coaching staff wants, as Damian Jones with the screen pass and took it in for the score.
Yeah, nice to have him back. He showed a lot of confidence in that run, didn't he? He really, really did. He just burst through there and ran down the sideline. So we'll get another view of that here in a little bit. We can see for sure if he stepped out or if he was in.
Rijos in with the extra point, 2 outstanding kickers, but Catholic is on the board, Coach. And it's been all Lexington Christian, but Catholic with a big score there to get off the scoring snide. Here's the extra point up, and it is good by Francisco Rijos. Now I think, William, we're going to try to take a look at that last catch and run there by DJ Damian Jones. Here we are, Coach.
Yeah, let's take a good look at this because it was an excellent play, a little screen. Nevis played this
40-yard line.
Allen played that really well, the way he dropped back.
There goes Jones down the sideline, Coach.
He's in. He's still
Slow-mo.
In. Yeah, touchdown.
He dove forward, got the pylon. Great call by the officials.
Right
wow.
Right
that was a great shot, William Moorfield, and a great job by Damian Jones as he cracks the scoring column for the Knights. And with 9:15 to go, Coach, it's now Lexington Christian 24, Lexington Catholic 7.
That was actually a really, really well-designed play, too. And the way Allen dropped back a little deeper to throw the football on the screen, that's the way you have to do it. Pretty good blocking at the line of scrimmage. And then when Jones had the sideline, Gary, he was just gone. Now, let's just see if they can respond defensively. You know, this could be a really, really telling series.
You don't do an onside kick here, do you, Coach?
No.
I mean, you're trailing 24-7. You can't really stop their offense. At least you haven't showed ability to do that so far if you're Catholic.
Right.
Rijos, no, he's going to boot it away.
And he did, wow.
It will drive LCA back. That's Drake. Drake coming out. Drake hit and upended on a big hit at the 15. That's a big-time hit, Coach. And do you have a number? Yeah,
that was 35 for Lexington Catholic. Ray Smoot, 5'10", 188-pounder that just drove him to the ground.
Lowered the boom on him.
All right, let's see if there's any adjustments going on here. Let's see. The system that Lexington Christian is running has been working to perfection. Using the big Wheatley, running to the quarterback keeper, had a little counter earlier, and then throwing the football.
Logan Nevis hands to Dylan Wheatley, breaking tackles 20 up to the 25. Wheatley doesn't go down easy at all, and he takes it to the 28. That's going to be a pickup of about 13 yards for Dylan Wheatley.
Right, another first down, and they're just really snapping the ball quickly, hardly giving Catholic time to set up. Their little screen.
Quick pass, far side caught up to the 32-yard line. That's Burton with the catch.
Little quick screen there, Burton. That's just one of those things where he steps forward, steps back, and catches the football. Quarterback gets the ball from the shotgun. We call it grip and rip, where he just grabs it and throws it real quick. He doesn't even look for the laces.
Nevis 8 of 11 now passing. Got second down at about 6 at the 31-yard line for the blue-clad Eagles. I said in the pregame their uniforms look like the Titans, I think, Tennessee Titans. There's Nevis on the run. He can run. 45. Nevis, he's down to midfield, and he's going to scamper 30. He's going to take it to the house. Logan Nevis.
There was absolutely no coverage on the quarterback that time. They had everything locked up. And, again, when you cover everybody on the field, you neglect the quarterback, you're going to pay, and that's exactly what happened. Really nice run, by the way, Gary. A good acceleration. Should I be surprised with his speed? I'll tell you what, he really flew through there.
Logan Nevis.
Yeah, I really do want to look at it because I want to see if that was an intentional quarterback draw or if he just saw the run and took it.
Dobbs with the leg, it's up and good, and they answer the score by Catholic in a hurry on the Logan Nevis long touchdown run of 64 yards. Nevis goes, and we're going to take a look at that run again by the quarterback. You know, we talk about Wheatley, but I tell you what, this Nevis kid's showing that he's got some legs as well.
He makes a huge difference. Yeah, that was quarterback run all the way. The linemen are downfield blocking. That was not a pass. It was quarterback run all the way.
Man,
really nice job.
Showing some wheels there, Nevis, down the far sideline. So Lexington Christian now 31-7 over Lexington Catholic here at the Eagles Nest.
And is this the fourth time they've played each other or the third?
The fourth.
And
fourth
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the 1 point game.
Catholic 3-0 against LCA coming in here.
Yes, William, I know. I was here. That was the storm game. That's when all heck broke loose in the heavens. Yeah.
Here's the Dobbs kick. Schnurr back deep again. Takes it at about the 5. Schnurr, he comes out to the 25. He's got some room. He turns 35. Here comes the flag, though, as he tries to beat the kicker. There goes Schnurr, 40, being chased. Cuts it back inside. Tackled at the 25, but there's a penalty flag down way back at the 30-yard line.
Boy, I'll tell you what, if this is another holding penalty, are they going to bring him back? Yep.
Did you see it, Coach?
No, I got to run him back again if you can.
Nice run there by Schnurr will be negated.
These officials are getting pretty picky here. I didn't see anything unless it was real ticky-tack. I didn't see anything. What the?
Tremendous return by Schnurr is going to be negated all the way back inside the 20-yard line for Lexington Catholic. Big-time lopsided game right now. Surprise, surprise, as Gomer Powell used to say. You just never know what you're going to get, do you, Coach?
No.
But, Lexington Catholic, the defense has let them down tonight.
This is a called timeout by the referee to get the fire trucks out of there because the lights are flashing in the face of the defense. Nice job. Nice job by the officials. They saw that and said, we better stop this play for a minute.
Coach, coming up at halftime, which will be in 8 minutes and 18 seconds, you'll have your unheralded football overachievers.
I saw your tweet that you put out there. Who's going to be UFO'd?
Who's going to be UFO'd?
That was a good one.
Somebody's going to be UFO'd. Two people are going to be UFO'd, right?
That's
one
right.
for each team. Here's Jones. He was effective last time, and he's got some running room there. Keeps the legs churning. And, boy, I tell you, this kid, as he just takes it for good yardage, Coach. Let's see where they mark him at, about the 25. That's going to be a nice 5-yard pickup there for Damian Jones.
Damian's got some confidence now. Mark Rumke, by the way, 6'2", 276-pound blocker, did a super job blocking for that play.
Second down for Bo Allen. His father also played quarterback at Kentucky. He's been offered by Kentucky as a quarterback. He's only a sophomore, Coach.
Good size.
6'2", 195-pounder. Good arm. Smart kid. Fires left side. Throwing it downfield. And he just overshoots the receiver up there, Gavin Cameron up near midfield and overshot him. But I do like, on second down and 5, I do like the deep ball, Coach.
I do, and this is the second game I've seen him have trouble on that sideline fade route. He was underthrowing it the other day. He's overthrowing it now. He just doesn't quite have that timing down. It might be in his step, his footwork. We'll take a look at him and see. Sometimes if you overstride, that ball takes off on you and goes a little farther than you want it to or higher.
So third down for the Knights. They trail 31-7. Lexington Catholic trailing Lexington Christian. Christian trying to get their first win in this series right now. Lex Cath 3-0. I told William, he can back me up on this. I said, if LCA is ever going to be able to beat Catholic, it will be this year. Did I not say that, Mr. Warfield? With the talent they have. And the game's far from over, but it's 31-7, and LCA is certainly looking really, really strong right now.
And and Catholic's going backwards. They had another penalty.
Penalties are just destroying their offense.
A few years ago, both of these teams were in the middle school state championship tournament too. LCA won it.
Long time here after the penalty. Boy, that moves it back, Coach. My goodness. Moves it way back to, what, about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, you're really in trouble now.
They've got to get up to the 30 for a first down. Bo Allen in trouble. Steps, throws down the middle. He's got a receiver down there, and he's going to run. He's going to make the grab at the 40, and there he goes. That's Powell. Powell to the 50, and they grab him from behind and tackle him at about the 5-yard line. As great catch by Powell, and Coach, what a saving effort there as Powell mixes it up with McClurg, but what a great job by McClurg to track him down.
He ran him down. That's tremendous. Showed tremendous speed. Again, that's first time they've overcome a big penalty.
What a ball by Allen, by the way.
Yeah, he did it. That was a perfect deep pass down the middle.
Tell us about it, Coach.
Yeah.
Waited, was patient back there. Had to roll to his left a little bit. What a ball he threw out there to Powell.
Yeah, a little crossing post pattern, and they had a little dig right on the inside, and the safety moved up on the dig, and that left him open to get a step on the
big
defender.
Coulter in there to block and hit immediately as Brinkman knocked backwards.
Yeah, I think Lexington Christian Academy is playing the run for the run. They're not honoring the quarterback at all on these run plays.
Let's look at Allen's number now on that long pass. He is now 6 of 12, Bo Allen, 157 yards.
Well, he's getting there.
He got most of those yards on that pass, by the way.
Right. He's missed a couple, too, that could have really added to that.
Probably about half his yards were on that pass there because that was about 80 yards, wasn't it, Coach?
Yeah. Well, he's back on the 10, yeah.
Shifting by Jones and Allen looking down. 6:25 in the first half. Catholic trying to get on the board here again and cut into that big LCA lead. Cameron goes in motion. And here's another flag. Coach, another penalty marker down by the back judge.
Delay a game. Catholic is just really, really reeling right now.
That's their 6th penalty. LCA's been penalized one time for 10 yards.
The referee is winding the clock, and they're still looking to the sideline for a play.
Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield. You see a shift there by Jones. Cameron is slot out to the left. Double tights. Snap back to Allen. Allen looking, throwing
nice
in.
Throw.
It's going to be
that should be interference.
And Jones saying he was interfered. No flag. And the coaching sidelines for Catholic screaming for the penalty flag.
Watch this and see if the defender is hanging on his hips when the ball's there.
Slow motion. Yeah, that's
pass
interference.
That's pass interference.
I think that's one that they missed.
Yeah, he missed out. Number 34 was all over him, hanging on his hips when the ball was thrown.
Stops the clock with 5:50. Third down, Coach.
And timeout, Catholic.
LCA called it.
No.
Catholic had called 2 earlier, and LCA called that timeout. They pointed toward Lexington Christian. So timeout on the field, Coach. 31-7. Lexington Christian on top. And, Coach, I know it's still early in this game. We still have 5+ minutes in the first half, but I think this is a must-score situation here for Lex Cath.
No, it is. It's obviously is. Then, you know what? Then they might come back with the onside kick. Yeah, you're right. I think it might be time for that because obviously they're not stopping Lexington Christian at all. So.
Timeout by the Eagles there. Thanks to Mingy Beef Jerky. Also White Greer Maggard. All of our sponsors here. Of course, we mentioned in the pregame, Coach, about the Scholastic Ball Report Sunday at noon.
Yeah, that again, that's on CW station.
CW Lexington.
I have Dish. It's channel 28 on Dish in case anybody.
And on Spectrum, it's channel, the high def is 914. On regular without high, it's channel 5 in Lexington.
Douglas was ahead of Lafayette 15-7 in the second quarter.
You know, Lafayette's not the same team with DeAndre Newcomb, are they?
No, they're not. And
what a terrific.
You get that straightened out.
Yeah, well, he's apparently broken his ankle.
You know what? I'm excited about what's going on here. Let's see if Catholic can clean up their act and get in this game.
Back to pass is Allen. He rolls to the right. Allen drops the ball. He's going to go back and dive one back at the 25-yard line. The ball just slipped out of his hand as he was trying to pass it, Coach.
Okay, it did. He absolutely did. You're absolutely right. But he had a lane to run the football. He does not want to run the football
pass
for
first.
some reason.
He's strictly pass first, Coach.
Well,
now, he's a sophomore. He'll learn. I mean, look at Nevis. He just ran about a 70 or 65-yard touchdown run. Here's a long field goal attempt here by Lexington Catholic. Kick is up, and it is going to be no good off to the left. So no good. And, Coach, that was number 80 who tried that long field goal.
I think Lexington Christian dodged the bullet on that one.
Trey Woody. It's number 80 for Catholic. Woody.
I'm seeing a very disgruntled defense out there for Lexington Catholic coming on the field. They've got some good-looking kids, some good-sized kids, but they're just getting totally confused about what Lexington Christian's running against them and the tempo. The tempo is murderous.
How big was that play now by McClurg to run down Powell for
second biggest
Catholic?
one I've seen like that. We saw that one at Meade County, Henry Clay.
Saved a touchdown right there. It would be 31-14. It's still 31-7 here late in the first half. Little screen over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Wheatley was mixing it up there with Lexington Catholic's linebacker, number 28. That's Brown, Kevin Brown, and Wheatley were mixed. Yeah, LCA, one of the top scoring offenses in the state at 42 points a game. They've already got 31 in this one. We're not even to halftime.
We're not even to halftime. That was an attempt to run the middle screen, which was defended pretty well that time, actually, by Lexington Catholic.
Brings up second down for Logan Nevis. Gives to Wheatley, and he's hitting him then at the 20. Much better defense there for the Knights defense, and in particular, Coach.
Pretty good job, number 5 coming in from the outside.
Yeah, that's Callahan, Clay Callahan.
Yeah. We've called his name quite a bit too. He's really mixing it in there.
Third and long, Coach Meehan. What do you call here if you're Coach Stacker?
Well, he's got so many weapons. He can easily run that little out again or try to get down the sideline. The Catholic's playing about 12, 15 yards deep with their safety, so it's going to be pretty hard to get deep on him.
Nevis back to pass, looking, now left, fires it out there. Brownell there, and knocked it away. The tender for Lubrack, and Carson Brownell, that's what we said, Brownell, knocked it away there.
Yeah, really good defense, covered all the way. They were kind of prepared for that. The Lexington Christian ran 4 verticals, and all 4 of the verticals were covered. So pretty good job of defense.
First stop tonight, Coach, by the Catholic defense.
Okay, now here's the key, all right?
What are you going to do?
A good return and clean up your act, no penalties, take it down the field. You can run the football against this team.
Right.
That was the first time that Lexington Christians blinked this whole game.
You got to watch Nevis, though. He's the punter. He's also, of course, has run a 65-yard touchdown run in this game, the quarterback.
Yeah, I really like him.
He bobbles it, gets the kickoff, though, shanks a little bit toward the right side, and it does go out of bounds over there. Catholic will have excellent field position, and I'd be surprised if the official, he's marking it down about the 31 or 32-yard line. So Catholic won't have far to go to make this a 17-point ball game.
Take a look at this view of the fans in
Packed.
the stands. That's a student body over there.
Packed house.
They're fired up.
Look at all the people around the stadium, guys. As William gives us a great pen, this
That's
place
what I like.
is packed.
Yeah, that's what I liked. All the way around the fence and on both sides. I'm really excited about the game.
Look at that. He's giving it to us, Coach.
Yeah.
Look, people standing several deep there around this football stadium. The Eagle's Nest, they call it.
And we've got the best seat in the house.
Right here at the
PrepSpin.com, baby.
Eagle Valley. Here at Eagle Valley. I like Eagle's Nest better. I'm sorry.
We're in the nest.
Yeah, I know, but Eagle Valley. Okay.
There he goes.
And
There's Jones.
Caught. And Jones, boy, I tell you, Damien, he just will not go down. So for Catholic, the first hit, Coach, the last several plays has not gotten it. He just keeps going.
And he runs underneath people. He hides a little bit. He's kind of small and he hides behind a big offensive line. Nice job of blocking out there by the center guard and tackle on that side.
4 minutes, 12 seconds, another first down as Allen is starting to connect now in this game. Look at Allen's numbers. He is 7 for 13, 200 yards.
They're getting some confidence now.
Allen back, looking, throwing. He's got a receiver, and he overshot Gavin Cameron down at about the 5-yard line. He had him, Coach, but he just overthrew it.
Yeah, and it's kind of confusing, too, because Carson Burnell was in that same area. And you can see right now the receivers are just sort of clapping their hands because one of them made a mistake. I don't know which one, but you don't want 2 receivers in the same area.
Well, actually, Cameron was pointing to the other receiver, and I think what he was saying is I thought that was for my teammate.
Yeah, man, what are you doing? That's my ball.
Yep.
That happens.
Second down. Inside Jones, inside handoff. Damian, and still going. Mark him down about the 16.
Giving a quick whistle on that. He was still making yardage.
He was still moving when they blew that play dead. 31-7 here, folks, if you're just tuning in here on PrepSpin, the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week. Our producers, William Warfield. Aaron Rose is on replays. Coach Mike Meehan, the best in the biz on color analyst. And I'm Gary Ball here at the Eagle Valley. The nest is over there in the gym, they tell us. Okay, well, we'll call it Eagles Valley, Eagle, whatever. Whatever they want us to call it, right?
Oh, no, again.
Another bobble, scooped up, and Jones is tackled all the way back to 32. Remember the last time they had the ball, it slipped out of the quarterback's hand.
But that ball was centered on the ground. That was a worm burner. That's what we call them, worm burners. That ball flew right on the ground, rolled all the way back. That was on the center that time. Wow, they just can't. They can't get it.
You know who's watching tonight, Coach?
What?
Coach Ashley's father-in-law, Mike Franklin, is watching. Give him a shout-out. You probably got some folks watching. Hey, things are looking pretty bad down in Florida, aren't they, Coach?
They really are.
Here's Allen looking. Bo stepping up, and he is going to tuck it. He's got some running room. Allen down to the 15, and he's going to be hit right there at the 15. He's going to be well short of the first, so it'll be 4th down and about 7. Actually, that is going to turn the ball over. That was 4th down there. I thought it was 3rd down. I missed a down, Coach. So as the defense comes running on for Catholic. Man, Lexington Christian's really, really good. But Lexington Catholic's been really, other than that one drive, they've been totally out of sync.
They're totally out of sync.
And the penalties have really destroyed.
Penalties and then big mistakes like that snap that rolled through the quarterback's, I think it was a Wildcat.
Yeah, Nevis. LeBrecq in motion. Gives the Dylan Wheatley, and he is finally going to be tackled at about the 20.
Yeah, what's happening now is the defensive end people for Lexington Catholic, they're not falling for the outside fake. They're just staying in there and making the tackle.
If you're just tuning in, 2 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 2:20 in the first half, 31-7. Eagles dominating Lexington Catholic. Lexington Christian is a 2A team. Catholic they dropped to 3A, right, Coach? They were 4A. They dropped to 3A. Nevis keeps, tucks, up to the 30. Here he goes again. 40. And Nevis finally tripped up at the 40-yard line. And coming up there is Jake Topley to trip him up, or Nevis is probably still running.
Yeah, Topley took his legs out from under him. That was the only way to do it, to get him down.
So at the 40.
Yeah.
Nevis pump fakes, fires right side, caught over there, breaking tackles, midfield, still running, and down to the 35-yard line is going to be Burden. Look at this block by Graham Parks here, Coach. Watch him over here. Watch number 60 over here. Right there, watch him. Boom.
Yeah, that sprung him, that's for sure.
Holthouse made the stop there for the night.
Struggling.
Wheatley again, and he's going to be hit and tackled by Coulter. Coulter's shown up tonight. Needs some help from his teammates. Number 59's been in on a lot of plays defensively. Holthouse has played well too, Coach, back there in the secondary from free safety.
He's played excellent, and Brunell too.
Nevis looking right, fires over there. Caught, Burton again, and he's got close to first down territory. He may have it.
That's a timing pattern, that out, and that's one that this system they work on really, really hard. Excellent throw. That's probably, I know you've seen some really good throws tonight, but to me that was Nevis's best throw. It was quick, it was away from the defender, and right on the sideline.
So first down, as they move the chains down near the 20. Fake to Wheatley, and there's Nevis, finally tripped up, but he dives for it for good yardage.
Yeah, that's what Allen needs to learn to do. I know he's just a sophomore, but Bo needs to be able to run that, fake that ball, and bust up in there too. This is high school football,
Of course, Logan Nevis, has been a starter here, part-time starter here for 3 years now as a senior coach. We're going to get a timeout called by LCA, their second timeout tonight. We have only a minute 2 to go. And it's 31. We'll step out here on PrepSpin and tell you about some great sponsors here. 31-7, a minute 2 to go. First half here at the Lexington Christian Academy.
All S, all P, all O, R-T-S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road. Back at Lexington Christian, Nevis looking, going to give inside handoff to Wheatley. Dillon to the 10. Wheatley, he's going to take it to the house.
Yeah, watch this play on replay. Remember I said he's not just a power runner. Watch his cut at the line of scrimmage. He runs the draw. Watch his cut. Bloop, right there. Made an excellent cut back toward the linebackers, accelerate to the goal line. That's what I think his skill is. That's why Purdue, teams like that are going to look at him. I think any team that wants that kind of running back needs take a real good look at him.
Here's the Dobbs extra point. It's up and it's good.
Barely.
We have a 38-7 Lexington Christian lead over Lexington Catholic, who's coming off a 25-0 whitewash of Lafayette. Lexington Christian had a tough battle with Vincennes, Indiana last week, pulled it out big time in the second half. We'll be back with more second quarter action, just 56 seconds to go. 38-7 Lexington Christian here on the Greer Maggard Game of the Week. Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
I used my credit cards over the holidays.
Of course.
Welcome back. There's a beautiful shot. We're on the visitor side of the field here. And right now the visitors haven't been welcomed here very nicely at all by Lexington Christian. They lead 38-7, Coach. That's a rude awakening. That's a rude welcome.
And we're not even at halftime yet. That's what's freaking.
Bounces away from Schnurr. He touched it, goes back, gets it at the 10, dances. Schnurr, he's hemmed in. And Schnurr trying to run out of there, doing a good job, still on his feet. Pulled down at about the 15-yard line.
Lexington Christian, all they're trying to do is pull the ball out of his hands. That's all they're doing. That's why these officials need to get a little quicker whistle when they see that happening. If there's no progress being made.
They had a pretty good whistle on the Jones run while ago.
Oh, they did, didn't they? Yeah. Well, Lexington Catholic, wouldn't they like to get something on the board again?
They've had their chances, Coach. They could have 14 or 21 points right now.
Yeah, I think they could have had 3 touchdowns. Running the football, they've been very successful. And then a couple really nice passes down the middle.
It's so late in the half right now with 47 seconds. Let's see what they do. They don't certainly want to give LCA another score. Here's Jones dancing. Jones got some running room. Jones 25-30. And Damian up to the 30-yard line. That's a nice 15-yard pickup there for Damian Jones.
Yeah, I like to see what he's doing here. He's getting his confidence back. You know, we've seen him early last year have this sort of running skills, his speed and quickness.
The corner, Burton, making a lot of plays from that corner spot. He was in on that play, Coach.
He's all over the field, offensively too.
Bo Allen looking for these over the middle to Jones. He's got some blockers out in front of him. Jones a 40, and boy, what a nice play turned in. He took 2 blockers completely out of that. And I'm trying to get a number on that young man. 55 there.
55, yeah. 55
what a play.
For Lexington Christian.
That is the linebacker there, Bolton, Caleb Bolton. Man, he.
Night, they can watch it live right here on PrepSpin. Nevis gives off to Dylan Wheatley. Who else? He's got some room. 30, 33. Wheatley is up to the 34, maybe the 35-yard line. What a great run there. Knights on defense. Here is that a hurried-up offense.
Joseph Osborne was one of the ones that hit him first.
Quick pass over the far side. LeBrec's got it. LeBrec 35, 40. Here's a flag down as LeBrec midfield. He's into Holdhouse after him. Holdhouse runs him out of bounds, but hold the phone as I like to say. Wheatley now shifts to the left side.
Didn't get a delay if they're not
and Nevis, long count's going to roll left, set, throw, and it's going to be caught by LeBrec again, and Kason LeBrec's got the first down up to the 40.
Blocking out there on the edge to get the quarterback on the edge. Nevis did a good job.
Here's a give. Wheatley, 40. Dylan running over people, 35. Wheatley to the 30. Picks up.
They're snapping the ball. After they set the ball, they're snapping it in 6 seconds.
Nevis fires right side. It's caught, and that's going to be first down, breaking tackles, and finally knocked out of bounds inside the 10, and the catch was made by Drake.
What they're going to have to do is get better penetration if they're going to stop the big guy from running the football.
Caldwell also helped out, so Nevis fakes, tucks it, and he's going to take it in for the score. Touchdown, Nevis.
The receivers with a free safety, so it's now they drop back in zone. So.
Allen looking, throws it. He's got a deep ball downfield. He's got a receiver down there. Off his fingertips down at the 40-yard line. Off the fingertips of Luke. Jaden Barnhart, Blaine Harden will look at the secondary after this run here by Brinkman. He's grabbed and pulled down in the backfield by Walker Park.
Have to punt the ball and give him good field position.
Jones is in there. He's a slot to the right, trips her out to the top, and Allen looking that way, drops back. Allen throws it. He's got a receiver, and it's nearly picked off.
And almost caught.
Good snap. Nevis back looking. He's got all day. Fires left side, and it is knocked away just at the last moment. Good defense. Zone, and the Smith come up with it. The official right there. Touchdown. Way out of our range. We had to really lean out, but they say yes. He came up with that football, and what a throw by Nevis.
We can see that on.
Yeah, there's Cottle out there, but there's only two out here on these two guys now. Backing up a little bit more is McClurg. Allen. Inside handoff. Here comes Serena Brinkman to the 37-yard line. Well, that was.
They can protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Lexington Christian Academy, where the Lexington Christian Academy Eagles are ahead 38-7 at halftime over the Lexington Catholic Knights. What a game. What a beautiful night for a game. I've got a guest with me sitting next to me, Peter Barnhart, and Peter, we'll get to you in a second, but you can feel free to comment on anything that you're seeing.
Okay.
First of all, what a beautiful night.
Oh, yes, sir.
Oh, man.
God has blessed us tonight, no doubt.
It's no question about it. We're going to start with our UFOs. Now, just for you, Peter, so you know, years ago I started doing this. I realized after 35 years of coaching myself that there are so many people involved in a program that are in the background or whatever, and they don't get some of the credit that they deserve. A lot of these guys don't want the credit, but that doesn't matter. I'm going to give it to them anyway. And we call this the UFO tribute. UFO stands for Unheralded Football Overachiever. And like Gary Ball says on Twitter, we're going to UFO people tonight. So you've been UFO'd. So we're going to start with Lexington Catholic. Lexington Catholic's UFO is their athletic director, David Gadberry. Now, David's background is in finance. He spent 6.5 years as a VP of finance and operations overseeing Catholic's academic program and athletic program. He became athletic youth football for Bob Spires. When Bob was the head coach at Lexington Catholic, David did a lot of coaching. David Gadberry did a lot of coaching for Bob. Bob's moved on now, as you know, to Georgia as a head football coach. He also, David has 3 children that all 3 attend Lexington Catholic. We talked to him a little bit about coming back, and he said the same thing. He said he really, really enjoyed working with Coach Perry. You may not know Coach Perry, Peter, but he is a fine gentleman, a fine man, and everybody that talks about him and works with him realizes that too. The same with Coach Atchley here.
Yeah, absolutely. I met Coach Perry last year and got a lot of respect for him. Very nice fella, and obviously does a really good job with Lexington Catholic's program. So, yeah, nice guy.
All right, well, we're going to start. We're going to go now to our what we call our UFO, our Unheralded Football Overachiever here with Lexington Christian. And our UFO for Lexington Christian is Peter Barnhart. Now, I hadn't met you before. I actually thought you were a different person on the field. I thought you were Jeff Burton.
Not the first time I've heard that.
I have known Jeff. But again, what I heard from, I'll tell you first of all what Coach actually said. He was talking about you, and he gave me a couple things. He said, you take care of this field. We'll talk to you about that in a minute. It's a grass field, unlike all the other fields in this city that are artificial fields. It's a beautiful field. I know that when I was coaching here for 4 years, that it was Bermuda grass. I don't know if it still is or not, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But he also said that you do a lot of other things, that you also are retired law enforcement, and you've been over here for a couple years. You have a couple kids here at school in the LCA system, and I heard this little rumor that you love this field so much that sometimes your kids sit in the car and do their homework while you're working on the field. Let's start with that. Is that a true thing or not?
They have been known to sit in the car and do homework while we're out here working. It's and I will tell you, I cannot and will not take credit for doing the whole field. I am blessed to have a wife that I will have been married to this wonderful woman for 17 years as of September 18th. And she comes out here with me and gets her hands dirty, and it's a team effort. She helps me quite a bit. And so on those days when we're out here striping the field, if the kids are getting out of school and they have homework to do, they have an opportunity to go sit inside in the cafeteria and do their homework, or a lot of times they will sit in the car and do their homework out here on the field.
That's pretty amazing. I like it. As long as they're doing their homework and they're staying busy, you're okay. All right, tell me something a little bit about this field. When I was here, it was Bermuda. They had some trouble with it dying in the middle. They had to redo it once while we were here. Is it still Bermuda, and how is that going?
It is. So it's a new strand of Bermuda. It's a new athletic turf Bermuda that we've gone through a couple of different phases. Last year, as you can probably tell, right down the middle, they came in and completely resodded the middle of the field. This past year, they came back and did everything outside the hash mark. So it's been done in 2 phases. I don't know a whole lot about the turf other than what Coach actually has told me. It's a new strand of the athletic Bermuda. It's designed to hold up better, obviously, to the rigors of football with these large men out here.
And I've never heard any rumors about going to artificial turf here. Actually, I like the real turf. I like the real field, the real grass, and I think most people do. So, but it is really nice. And also, are you in charge of the emblems, the words in the end zone too?
Yes, sir. So we did that. Coach Ashley and I came up with the idea, and we've got a couple, some things planned. We've got something a little more special come playoff time. We're going to be fortunate enough to host some playoff games, and so we're going to add to our logos in the end zones come playoff time. But what we did is Ashley and I got together and came up with an idea of what we wanted to do, and he went to a local company, Ad Color, that helped us design it, and they brought out a template for us. And we started yesterday morning. I got out here, I think, at 7:30 yesterday morning, and we left here. Coach Atchell and I pulled out of the parking lot at 2:30 yesterday morning, or this morning, and had everything almost done. We had the emblems tick marked so that we could see, what we needed to do the next day. Came back this morning at 6:30 when I dropped my son off for school, and finished getting the emblems done on the end zones and in the middle. And I think I left here at 2 o'clock this afternoon, went home and took a shower and a little nap, and came back and hopefully to enjoy some great football, which we have been blessed with a wonderful football night so far.
Right. I tell you, it was funny when I talked to you on the field before the game. I said, something about your job, and you kind of looked at me funny, like, which job? So you do have a profession, right?
I do, yes, sir. I work for an insurance company. I'm an adjuster for an insurance company here in town.
And do you do any coaching here, or do you coach in youth programs or anything?
I do. I coach here. I help probably one of the best middle school coaches in the state of Kentucky, Doug Charles, asked me this past offseason to come on board. And so I help with the 7th and 8th grade team, and then I coach our 5th and 6th grade team.
See, I feel like that's really important, and that's something – and we do a lot of public school things, and I coached in public school a lot. And, you hesitate because of certain rules about talking about your Christianity and so on. I am a Catholic. I'm a born and raised Catholic. I coached over here with Lexington Christian, and it's so neat to see that Christian atmosphere. Whether you're a Catholic or you're here, the prayer before the game and the outshowing of your beliefs and your feelings. But really, the reason I brought that up was because there are really good people everywhere coaching, but we need more. We need more young people with good standards to come in here and work with these young people.
We tell our kids, and it's not just something we say. We tell our kids on a daily basis, whether I'm talking to my sons, my 2 boys, myself, or I'm talking to our football team in general. One thing we tell our kids on a daily basis is how blessed we are to be able to work with those young men, because we have been given a talent. We've been given a gift by God to be able to know the game of football. I've played the game of football at a relatively high level, played small college ball up at Thomas More up in Northern Kentucky, and I was coached by unbelievable coaches up there, and that's really when I learned the game of football. So we've been given the ability to come down and teach these young players how to play the game the right way, and that's what we're trying to do. And this is an environment we came from Woodford County 2 years ago. My son's a sophomore this year. My youngest is in 6th grade, and we made a decision to make the move to come up here because of the structured environment, the amount of emphasis that's put on the academic side of things, but also the faith part of it. And it's so big that my wife and I are very insistent that our kids are ingrained in a Christian in Christian fellowship, in being around young men and teachers of this nature, and being able to outwardly express your love of Jesus Christ. And it's you can't do that in public school anymore, and that's unfortunate.
Well, you can do it. They frown on it. I kind of got chastised quite a few times for doing that. Now, you people watching, you're going to see the back of my head, because I have to go look out here and see, why did they put that scoreboard there?
I don't know.
Peter, I'm telling you what, 44 seconds. So we're going to have to take a break here in a second. We'll get on to William with some commercials. Well, first of all, Peter, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're a good man, and I really enjoyed that. And hopefully we'll see more of you in the future here. Okay, well, welcome. We'll come back in just a few minutes here on PrepSpin, that White Greer Maggard Game of the Week here at Lexington Christian Academy.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode. You can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
One of our proud sponsors. You see all the great flavors, the mild, the Cajun style, the what is that, Coach? I can't see the hot, but the Cajun style barbecue. I love that barbecue stuff. Man, that's just Mingy beef jerky. That's just good stuff. Mingy beef jerky. William and I had a meeting the other day, and when we left the meeting, I said, William, I got to get me some of that Mingy beef jerky. So, yeah, the girl, yeah, exactly. We were meeting with McDonald's, and they wanted that Mingy beef jerky as well. Maybe they'll start carrying it in their McDonald's snack. What's that? Yeah, it's Lexington Catholic tonight has run up against a buzzsaw called Lexington Christian, and they trail 38-7 here at halftime. Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield, and Coach. We're going to take a look at some of the first half highlights here from. All right, let's go to some of those highlights. Out of the gun, good snap. Back, here's a screen to Schnurr. Schnurr's guys hit immediately and dropped. And there to get him is Ben Whitman, 50.
Wrist. Stop the play for a minute.
Big Jacob Ballard snaps it back to Allen. Fires right side, in stride. They got the receiver, 45, and he is close to the first down marker. But
think he might go on a long count, try to get him to jump.
Full house backfield. They give it now, and they got Brinkman's got the first down. 14-0. LCA has dominated this first quarter. Allen firing right side. Caught, and it's caught by Cameron. And that's for these penalties.
Every good play they have is called back.
Trips receivers to the top. Allen, here comes pressure. Steps, throws.
Nice.
He's got his man. He's stopped in his tracks. Allen fakes to Jones. Throws it down the left side. Brownell down there. Incomplete as he battled down there. And Coach Mike Meehan back here at Lexington Christian Academy. And it will be the Knights receiving the ball here to start the second half. And, Coach, you talked about it best, but it was all Lexington Christian in that first half. They put up 38 points. They're averaging 42 points a game on the season, so they just need a safety and a field goal to have that right now. They already have 38 points here at halftime, but they will be kicking off to Lexington Catholic. Schnurr will be back deep. Here's the kick from Dobbs. It's a short one. It will bounce, and on the one hop, Schnurr will take it 15. He's out to the 20. Comes to the near side. He's got some running room over there. He's at the 30 trying to cut it that field. Here's a flag. Another as he takes it all the way to the 43-yard line. Here comes another penalty marker.
This is it's really getting out of hand with the penalties. So let's see if we see anything. Nothing there. We're looking at the replay, and no, I didn't. It must have been. It was thrown in the middle of the field. So, oh, they waved it off. Okay.
So they picked the. They saw William Warfield's replay and they picked up the flag.
And they must have. Good job. They must have
6 penalties, by the way, against Catholic. Good thing about it is they came on a few of those were big plays by the Knights that were called back. Coach, only 1 penalty in that first half against Lexington Christian. They lead at 38-7. Lexington Catholic is in the white. Lexington Christian's in the Tennessee Titans uniforms, as I call them, Coach.
They look pretty good out there.
Yep.
Actually, I'm going to keep an eye a little bit on the defense now and see if they change their look against Lexington Catholic. They've been pretty successful, aided by some of the penalties, of course.
Jones shifts. Allen back to pass. He is retreating. Allen rolling to the right, throws back toward the middle, and nearly picked off and nearly intercepted by Whitman there. Ben Whitman cut in front of that big number 52, and if he picked that one off, Coach, Damian Jones probably would have tracked him down, but that would have been close to being a pick 6.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to throw back to Schnurr. One of the things you learn very early when you're teaching quarterbacks is don't throw late over the middle, ever.
Look at that shot, Coach. That's high definition. Right down on the field here, Lexington Christian. We have a tremendous crowd. Coach, you ever seen a crowd in here like this?
No, this is real. Well, yeah, once, but this is really a good crowd.
Jones takes a handoff, 45. Jones up near midfield and leaps up as he runs over top of the LCA player, McClurg, and he's just pointing up to the scoreboard as the sideline group over there for Catholic let them know about it. 3rd down and 3 at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, again, they're establishing this run. I don't know if they can get back in this game. I'm sure they can. We've seen comebacks before, but they're definitely more successful with the running game.
I tell you, Caleb Bolton, the middle linebacker, he's active too. He's all over the place. There's Jones up the middle. Jones 45. Jones and run backwards at the 42-yard line. Nice pickup, about 8 yards as coming out of there late with the ball was Kaufman.
Kaufman came up with the ball, but it was already down. Schnurr took it out of his hand and threw it to the official, said thank you, This is an interesting drive. Let's see if they've cleaned it up, Gary. They've made these drives early in the game, but just haven't completed them.
Allen deep drop, throw down. He's got a wide open receiver, and that's going to be a touchdown. That's Powell out there. I believe that's Powell. Yes.
Yeah, Powell.
That's Powell.
Yeah, Powell just got behind the defense. They blew the top off the defense. There must have been a mistake. If we can run that back, William, we can see if there was a coverage error on this play.
We'll take a look at that again on replay as Allen threw a nice ball to a wide open Luke Powell.
There's no quitting Lexington Catholic, that's for sure.
You describe the play, and I'll take a look at the extra point's got the swinging gate. So
yeah, they had a little bit of a problem here with the player going down the middle. They ran Lexington Catholic ran one receiver down on a deep out, and the safety pulled up on that out, and then the inside receiver ran past.
Extra point is up, and it is nailed. A nice job there by Trey Woody, doing the kicking now for Rios. Don't know if he's injured or what, but Woody with the extra point. And, Coach, good start to the second half here on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week by the Knights as they cut this lead down to 38-14.
38-14, and they look. There's no quit in them. We know this staff and we know this team. They're not going to quit. Again, though, can they stop Lexington Christian? Can the Knights stop the Eagles from driving down the field with power running by Wheatley, a good running and passing by Nevis, and just a really good offensive game plan? We'll see.
Yeah, they certainly weren't able to do that in the first half, giving up 38 points.
I have a shout-out, a really interesting shout-out again. We have a group from Ghana that are going to watch this. They may not watch it live. They may watch it on the replay. But a crossover school in Ghana, Dave and his wife Bertha run this school for these children that are orphans.
Yes, sir. And
they do a super job, and they kind of like every once in a while get their little laptop out and watch this. And Michelangelo, their son, whom I call Mike, is going to try to watch it too.
So here's Rios to kick off. Burton back deep, staying at about the 5 for the Eagles. Here's the high kick, and it drives LCA back. That's Burton to 25, comes out. Fumble out there, Catholic got the turnover. They've got it at the 25-yard line. Gavin Cameron, big number 16 there to collar it. And the Knights get a big turnover, much-needed turnover after a touchdown here, Coach.
Yeah, take a look at the replay. He's carrying the ball too loose on his side. Come on, Burton, and then it's just knocked out.
Scored it out of there, and there's 16 to pounce on it for the Knights of Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it was pulled out or knocked out. If it was knocked out, it was number 35 that knocked it out.
And Coach, let me ask you. Here's a quick snap I'll ask you after the pass down near side. Going for it to Schnurr, and it's a touchdown.
Got Schnurr loose on the side there, and Lexington Christian fell asleep again on that play, it looked like.
So 14 quick points here by the Knights. Makes it 38-20 now. The extra point here. They got the swinging gate. Allen's still in there like they might be going for 2 points here.
Maybe, but I think they've got good momentum.
They're going for 2, Coach. Trying to make it a 16-point football game with 15 quick points here in the first minute of the third. Here's 2-point thrown in the corner, wide open, and it's caught by Cameron. Young man who picked up the loose fumble caught the 2-point conversion.
Well, I would say the Lexington Catholic Knights are trying to get back into this game.
Well, they really are. Makes it 38-22 now with the 2-point conversion. They were down. So, Coach, just like that, they had 7 points in the entire first half with 15 here in the first. Let me look down here. 11. Kevin Brueggemann's wife, of course, watching tonight as well, the defensive coordinator.
What a game.
There's Coach.
I'll tell you. Yep, little conversation going on with the defense now. It's really important that they get in there and
well, they got
stop these drives.
They got the quick touchdown, and then they got the big turnover, the fumble, and then they capitalized on that. And we've got a new ball game here now, 38-22. Catholic's got to feel like, hey, there's still a whole half. I mean, Coach, they did that in 59 seconds, Coach. They scored 7 points in the first 2 quarters. They have scored 15 here in 59 seconds.
But can they stop the drive?
Exactly.
Let's see that.
Exactly.
I really want to see if either team makes any major adjustments. Lexington Catholic has got to adjust to be able to handle Nevis.
Here's Rio's kick again. Sideline for Catholic fired up after 15-point kick is going to drive LCA back deep, and he steps in the end zone on a good kick by Rios, and that'll bring it out. No return there to the 20-yard line. And, Coach, it has certainly been an eventful 59 seconds here in the second half for the Knights of Coach Mark Perry and Lexington Catholic.
It has been, and both of these teams are they're so good offensively. It's going to be a matter of defense. And again, what I said early, Gary, is that they've got to get to Nevis. They've got to figure out a way to get to Nevis.
Listen to this number for Bo Allen. 11 of 19 now, 263 and 3 touchdowns for the quarterback for Catholic.
He's come alive, hasn't he?
So here's Nevis with the big fella Wheatley behind him, gives it to him on a draw. Wheatley dives up for about a couple of yards, Dylan Wheatley, and let's see who gets up off that pile there for the Knights defense. And, Coach, that looked like 51 there for the Knights. and that is Mattingly, Ryan Mattingly, a sophomore. Outstanding. This young man's going to be a good one, Coach. Mattingly, 51 for the night.
Playing that linebacker.
Going to be a good one. Nevis to Wheatley again. Hitting the backfield and dropped on a big-time play by a big-time player, Dylan Coulter.
Dylan Coulter has been in a lot of plays tonight, but that was one of the biggest yet.
That was a loss of about 2. Brings up 3rd and long here. Coach, you asked, can they stop them? You asked the question, can they stop LCA? We'll find out here on this 3rd and about 9. Motion now. Nevis rolls to the right. Nevis looking. He's going to tuck it, and he is hit, and he's going to be well short of the first down, and it'll be a 3 and out for the LCA Eagles as Catholic will get the ball back here, Coach, trailing 38-22. What a comeback here so far by the Knights offense.
Yeah, they ran a little levels pattern, we call that time. The quarterback rolled to the right, and they ran 3 levels, and all 3 were covered. Linebacker did a great job of jumping on the inside first level, and safety, of course, was back there deep too. So this is another opportunity here for Lexington Catholic.
9.5 minutes to go in the 3rd, 38-22.
Good snap.
Nevis set the punt, almost blocked, just got it off, and returned to the 40, fakes the Schnurr. There's a flag coming down. Schnurr to the 40. Schnurr down the near side, gets a block, cuts it back. Schnurr to the 20, and finally run down inside the 20, but there is a penalty marker down at the midfield stripe. Penalty marker down. And Catholic pointing toward LCA, but looks like the offense is waiting to see if there's a player down cramping for LCA. We're waiting for the white cap to tell us, and it's going to be holding against Catholic, so bring it back.
Boy, I'll tell you what, they're every time they get a big return, they get a penalty. Almost every time on a big run, they get a penalty.
But their defense got a hold. I know they're going to be backed up with this penalty, but, you know, the flag is at the 48 of LCA, so even with the be a 15-yarder, right, Coach? Or
it's a holding penalty, 10.
10-yard holding penalty, so that'll take it back to about the 42. And, yeah, they're going to mark it off. They have marked off the yards. Coach Bergerman saying what? And mark off those 10 yards. And, 42-yard line. So they'll have pretty good field position, really, when you think about it. Instead of starting in LCA territory, the 10 yards takes it back to their own 42.
Well, we have a timeout here. Can we look at that play again while we're in a timeout, William?
The last play?
See if we can find the
punt?
The hold.
So we're going to try to look at that punt again. That, by the way, was the 8th penalty against Catholic.
Yeah, and they just come in the worst time. What's that? Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway, a holding penalty on a return, that's pretty common, a block in the back and a holding penalty. All right, now let's see if there's any adjustment here because Lexington Christian has done a really good job in the first half of containing this Catholic offense other than a few big plays. They're still in that – they've been in a 4-man front. They're back in their 4-man front.
Bo Allen fakes to Jones, looks to the near side for Schnurr. Schnurr breaks a tackle, 45, midfield. Here goes Snow. He's at the 40, 30, one man to beat, cuts it back 20, and he's still on his feet, cuts it back to the far side. There goes Schnurr trying to outrun a big number 52, but he tracks him down.
He couldn't get around him.
My goodness, that was Whitman.
I think he got a little tired.
Ben Whitman said, no, you're not getting in the end zone.
Right.
Oh, my goodness, what an effort by LCA's Benjamin Whitman. Man, he tracked him down.
Schnurr is quicker than a cat. He really is. And he got around the corner, but he couldn't get past the big man. He had the sideline pinned him in on one side and the big man on the other side, Whitman, and he was stuck.
Coach, excuse me, you got a player down.
We're watching this play on replay. Broke one tackle there. Good block by 78, Coach. You want to call his number and name out? Good block by Lexington Catholic, number 78.
That's Big Rumpke. Mark Rumpke.
Nice job blocked there.
But there comes Whitman, tracking him down. Look at it.
Yeah, Whitman's he's got him pinned in the sideline. You just couldn't get around him. And I think Schnurr got a little tired, to tell you the truth.
He also got his ankle rolled over, it looked like, too, on the tackle.
Maybe he's cramping a little bit.
Yep. So what a play by Whitman to save the touchdown. But what a great catch and run by Nathan Schnurr, the junior receiver. Came in the number 1 receiver for the Knights with 12 catches, 138 yards. And, Coach, let's look at his numbers tonight for the Knights. Schnurr tonight, that's his 5th catch, Coach, 80 yards and a touchdown, of course, for Nathan Schnurr.
Yeah, he's the tough guy. I think that's why they put him back on the kickoff returns too. He's not going to flinch.
So it's been all Catholic here in the third to cut into that 38-7 lead. They've got 15 unanswered and trying to score here again. Jones diving down and maybe a couple of yards, Coach. Excuse me, didn't mean to elbow you there.
That's right. They're piling it up in the middle now. This is where This is where, when you have an experienced quarterback, he can keep that ball and take it in himself.
Yep, exactly.
There's a tunnel there. There's a tunnel for the quarterback.
Nevis is the quarterback for LCA. He's run-first type of guy, whereas Bo Allen really doesn't want to run with the ball.
Yeah, but Nevis can do anything. It looks to me, I'm very impressed with him. His footwork, everything.
Nevis shifts Damian Jones to the left. Bo Allen rolling right. Allen looking, being chased. Allen, and he's going to tuck it and get to the corner. Does he get to the pylon? And referee right there. No, he's knocked down just short of the pylon. Good effort by, I said he's not run first, Bo Allen, but man, he was thinking run, and it seemed like on that play all the way. If we could take a look at that again.
Yeah,
here we go in the replay.
It looked like he got around the corner.
Look at that, Coach, on that replay. Got a block right there. Great play turned in by Parks.
Yeah.
Graham Parks, number 60, made that touchdown-saving tackle.
I think it was a good call by the official, and the reason was he turned sideways. When he turned sideways, remember, it's not the person, it's the ball that has to cross the goal line.
They got big 59 in there. Coulter blocking again. Coulter gets the grab and goes in for the touchdown.
Put the big man in there.
230 pounds. So give me the football. Give me the pigskin.
You're going to bring me from the sideline to block. You're going to let me have
the ball.
Let me eat, too.
That's right. Feed the big fella. Yeah. Let's take a look at that again.
Don't want to just serve me.
Lined up at fullback in front of Jones, and that was just a decoy. As they shift, they give it to him. Big 59 dancing, bowled his way in there.
Offensive line just collapsed the defensive line down inside.
Ballard, Rumpke, Lynch.
Oh, man.
Big Sammy Vaughn and big Thomas Gerardstein.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Nice job,
Coach, we got ourselves a football game right here. Catholic will probably go for two here to make it a one-score game. Can you believe with a two-point conversion here earlier in this game that this is going to be a one-score football game here if they get this conversion?
Pretty amazing how they've come back on this. Gerhardstein just did a super job of collapsing that. I really like the way he got his body down low and he got his shoulders underneath.
This is why we love high school football, Coach. Yeah. This is why you, William, and I get out here, do all these games every Friday night. A game like this, it's totally dominated by Christian in the first half. The Christians were slaughtering them, okay?
And then here
comes Catholic. Well, here comes Lexington Catholic saying, no, we're Lexington Catholic. We're undefeated against you in a career, 3-0. And all of a sudden, Coach, they have 28 points on the board, and they're only down 38-28. They get the two-point conversion here. It's a one-score football game. Who would have thought that?
It's amazing, and they're going for two here.
Told you they would. Trying to make it a one-score game. Jones shifts. Allen, triple receivers to the left. Jones stops as a receiver out there. Allen looking left, looking right, and it is going to be caught. Two-point conversion's good.
That was one of Bo Allen's better plays.
And that was DJ Jones who caught it.
Yeah, they released him quickly, and then he got the football and released. He threw it quickly down away from the defender in the end zone. That was a nice play.
Okay, Coach, you do the math. Okay, you were a high school teacher. I know you didn't teach math. You taught English, but okay, it was 38-7. That's 23 points. Am I right, by Lexington Catholic? And they have done it, Coach, in less than 4 minutes.
Right, they got back in the game quickly. You talked to Coach Ashley, and you said something about what the COs want to know. CEOs won't even know. What about Perry? What did he say?
What is he saying? I tell you what, he got his ball club fired up, and they are fired. It's 38-30, folks. That's right. That's the score. You're saying, man, last time I checked it out, the LCA sidelines, and they're stunned right now. They got to be. Yeah. So,
and they haven't had an opportunity. Excuse me. They haven't had an opportunity to put their offense together in the second half. Lexington Catholic has got a fumble, Gary.
Yep.
And took advantage of the fumble, and a punt return took advantage of that.
Yep. And Bo Allen, let's give credit where credit's due. He's been on the money here in this. He's 12 of 20 now. 315 yards for the sophomore, 3 touchdown passes, Coach. Young man has really picked up his game, too. And his receivers, Schnurr and company and Cameron, those guys, and Jones, they've picked it up as well.
Well, Schnurr is a big difference, I think, breaking tackles and running those big cuts.
Here's the kick. It's a deep kick taken in by a Christian back at the 5. They're out to the 10, 15, 20, and dancing up to the 30.
Loose.
He broke through. He's up to the 50. Here's a flag down. and he's all the way down to the 35, but we're going to get a flag. It's going to bring this one back as we had a tussle going on between Lexington Christian and Catholic back at the 27-yard line. On the return there by Burton.
Carson Brunell did a super job of coming through and making that tackle, but you're right, this penalty is going to be big. A friend of mine, one of my players that had played quarterback back in the day when I was here at Lexington Christian, good football player and a good guy, Sammy Duff's here visiting. So
Mr.
Sam?
I remember Mr. McDuff. Sure do.
Sam's here, a big Lexington Christian fan, and we're enjoying watching Brandon Burdett get frustrated. No, I'm just kidding.
Sammy, it's the tale of half. It was all Lexington Christian. It's been all Catholic here in the second half. 4 minutes, yes, sir. You got it. He's good at math, Coach. Sammy is.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. How you like this setup up here, huh? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Hey, Sammy, we got the video stat screen here as well. So got the video stat screen monitor. It's high tech up here in the booth with Coach Mia. Yes, sir. It has. We've tried to elevate our game a little bit, Sammy. So Coach has been a big part of that.
All right, let's see what we got going here. The Lexington Catholic has got them pinned back, and this is the first time we've seen this.
Well, we saw those penalties against Catholic in the first half that mounted up. Now the penalty here really hurts Lexington Christian, backs them up.
Right. Again, they're spreading the field. They're running the system here. They've got a tight end on the other side. They've got that wide slot spreading them out. This is a good Dylan Wheatley a running formation.
I would concur with that. Or Nevis. Nevis takes a snap. Gives the Dylan left side, breaks tackles, and Wheatley up to the 20. Nearly broke that one. Had he broke the tackle there by Holthouse, number 23, he would still be running, Coach.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, and I think this is what they're doing. They're spreading the field and letting him, the big man, carry the football. Sooner or later, they're going to come back to that trap, because as long as they can spread the field and run that trap with that wing back or that slot back, that's going to be a really big play for him.
Ann Brueggemann is watching tonight with the kiddos. Hi, Ann. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast. Tell the Cranfields to tune in. What a football game. Here's a give by Nevis keeps it. 33-yard line. Logan Nevis with the keeper. Let's look at the numbers on the quarterback as far as rushing. Nevis, prior to that, had 118 yards rushing, Coach. Of course, 65 of it came on that long touchdown run.
Right. He's an all-round player as far as I'm seeing. He just can do just about everything.
We're here in the third quarter, 38-30. Fake now. Nevis getting pressure, steps up, 35, and spun around, tackled at the 39-yard line. And
pretty amazing, Sam, how when he gets tackled, he always goes forward. He's always falling forward, getting those extra yards. Sam played with Lucas Witt and as a quarterback.
Lucas was pretty good.
Lucas was good. Lucas was running around all over the
Lucas
field.
was a heck of a baseball player,
yes,
too.
He was.
Played at Kentucky.
Yeah, Lucas would run 100 yards to gain 10.
Yeah.
But he was so good and such a competitor.
And then Lucas's mother, the sheriff, Kathy Witt.
Yeah, wonderful lady, too.
Outstanding
Elmer,
family.
His dad.
Wheatley dancing. Wheatley 40. Short of the first down. It'll be third down at about 2.
Big play in there by number 59 for Lexington Catholic,
Coach,
Dylan Coulter.
Can you believe we still have 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the third quarter?
Hey, this game can go anywhere. It can go either way.
I think we're going to mic Big Sammy up here. We got the head mic there. We're going to mic him up, Coach.
If he wants to.
Yes, we'll mic him up. So third down and 2 at the 40 for Lexington Christian. 38-30. That's right. That's a correct score. Pump fake. Nevis back right side. Caught. And the first down to the 45 and more. Lebrecht to the 40. Lebrecht being chased, and he's going to be ran out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Hustling over there, Holthouse.
Holthouse made a saving play on that. Pretty doggone good screen pass, though. They faked the screen to right to Dylan Wheatley and then came back to the backside screen. Very common play in that spread offense. We ran a lot of that, too.
Lebrecht did a good job of going down to get that football,
There's
too.
There's tempo again, though.
We give up the gut and still running down. Well, I tell you, Dylan Wheatley just will not be stopped. Watch this replay here. Dylan Wheatley.
Yeah.
That was Nevis, wasn't
it? Yeah. Nevis is dragging.
Yeah, he was dragging.
Dragging number 8 all the way down the field.
Emnett.
There it did again.
Wheatley that time carried it. So Lexington Christian trying to answer the Knights' big run here in the third
tempo's
quarter.
got him, though. The tempo's got him. They're snapping that ball so quick that Lexington Catholic's not getting set.
Give to Wheatley, and Wheatley still running and still being pushed and down to about the 4-yard line.
He's a big man, Sammy. A big man and a good hard runner. We had a really good one when we were over here, too, with Dominic Hayden. He still holds the record, state record, right?
Yes.
Dominic does for points.
And Dominic went on to become an All-American at Thomas More College up in northern Kentucky. Holds a lot of records up there at the collegiate level, too. Some people thought he had a shot at the NFL, Coach, Dominic Hayden.
He did. I think his size got him a little bit, but he could do it.
Sammy up here in the box with us.
Don't be shy, man.
Let's get the headset on him there. So, Coach, introduce our special guest as we got a timeout here. We got a special guest here in the booth.
Okay, this is Sam Duff. Sam was like I said, player here at Lexington Christian. And really, what I wanted to get you on here, you sounded shy, didn't want to get on, but really, what difference do you see between this team and the team you played with that won the state championship?
That's a good question. I'm not really sure. I mean, I just got here, but it kind of has a lot of similarities. You got a quarterback who can run, reminds you of Lucas, and then a big old bruiser running back who he's running everybody over that's in his way. It kind of reminds me of our team a little bit.
Yep, they're good. I mean, have you been over here before?
Say again?
Have you seen this team?
Not this
before?
season, no sir. I haven't been to a game yet, so this is my first one to see him. But the fast-paced offense also is something we did.
Sammy, you picked a good one to come.
Yes, sir.
So now, you enjoyed your time over here playing football?
Oh yeah, loved it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Coach Raines, Coach Curtis Cotton.
Curtis Cotton, yeah. Ray Graham, yourself. Yeah, we had a good crew.
Nevis
and a good time.
At the 4, slides, gives to Wheatley, and he looks like he's going to try to bull his way, and he does. Touchdown, Dylan Wheatley.
You're not going to tackle him one person.
No, that was too easy.
Yeah, number 23 out there, Henry Hotehouse, tried to make a tackle by himself, and you just can't do it. Yeah, just a really good job. So, what's your brother doing now?
He's working here in town. Yeah, we're both flying. Yes, sir.
Are you still flying helicopters?
Yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know that. You're doing it here in Lexington.
Yes,
now.
sir. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know. That's awesome. I knew you were in Florida.
Yeah, we were in Orlando for a couple of years, and then we moved back this past year.
Well, that's good. And your brother,
he's here somewhere.
Is he really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, well, that's cool. Tell him I said hi. He was a good football player too.
Yes, sir.
Really good. In fact, Sam held for extra points. And when his brother was older, was the center. And I think basically we said that you needed to practice doing that because that's a skill you got to have. And you made some.
Yeah, you had me doing it as a freshman, and
I did.
It was a 4-year job for me.
I did. I said,
somebody's got to do it.
That's right.
Well, when your brother's the center, you can
right.
practice all the time.
Yeah, we got enough practicing.
Here's some numbers on this game. Nevis 11 of 16, 152 and a touchdown. Bo Allen for Catholic is 12 for 20. 315 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Woo.
Listen to these rushing numbers, though. Nevis, 12 carries, 141 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Dylan Wheatley, who just scored there, he has 19 carries, 109 yards, and 2 scores. So you got the quarterback and the big Wheatley kid there with over 200 yards rushing and 4 touchdowns.
Well, yeah, I mean, Nevis is the key to this game as far as I'm concerned because of the way he can carry the football. He can fake it to Dylan Wheatley, and he also throws the ball well, especially on the play-action stuff.
LCA is going to go for the 2-point conversion here now with Wheatley to the left of Logan Nevis. He's pointing out for something like, they're missing somebody. And Logan said, somebody get out here. Hurry. So they hurry out there and line up. Motion by Lebrecht to the near side. They fake to him. Nevis back left, and it's going to be good.
Absolutely.
Great catch.
Snuck that guy back behind the goal post there. Looks pretty
like
good.
Nevis got hurt on the play, maybe.
You get hit late?
Something happened.
Maybe. I don't know. Let's see it. We'll see it on the replay, Sam.
Nice catch by LCA.
Oh, yeah. Guy came in low, kind of fell forward on his legs.
Okay, 17 caught it, Coach and Sammy. He's not on the roster. There's no 17 on the LCA roster.
Oh, they snuck one in there. That's Brandon Burdett. Let's see if
I was wondering if y'all were going to say that.
Yeah, let's see if that was Brandon. Maybe Brandon snuck a uniform on out there.
So the 2-point conversion makes it 46-30, 16-point lead now. So you got 2 scores and 2 conversions. But remember, Lexington Catholic scored 23 points in less than 4 minutes.
It looks like Frederick Douglass is beating Lafayette by a couple touchdowns.
Lafayette's not the same team without Teandre Newcomb at quarterback, coach. They're just not the same team.
No, and Dunbar's getting beat also 28-0 by Tate's Creek. So some rough stuff going on here in the city. But this, I think we we picked the game of the week. This is a good one. A lot of excitement.
Yeah, I don't think we're definitely far from over as far as scoring in this game, Coach. We still have 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. So we still got almost 17 minutes of football.
And anything can happen.
That's right.
Again, I just don't see Lexington Catholic stopping. They have not been able to stop Lexington Christian. The Eagles are soaring offensively.
Yeah, Dobbs set to kick off, and Schnurr back deep, standing at about the 10-yard line for Lexington Catholic, 46-30. LCA on top. They led by 31 at halftime. Schnurr takes it back at the 5, steps out to the 10. Schnurr dancing 15, trying to find a seam, hemmed in, and Schnurr up to about the 22, maybe 23-yard line. That's where Lexington Catholic will start this offensive series, where they have suddenly found a rhythm here, Coach, between Damian Jones, the quarterback, Bo Allen, and Schnurr, and the receivers. Got another player down cramping for LCA.
They're cramping. This LCA has a lot of players that play both ways, and they have an amazing tempo. We were looking, Sam, they were snapping the ball every 6 seconds.
Wow.
And that makes a big difference when you wear a team out like that.
So the player cramping up, the trainers are out working on him. That's Andrew, your good friend Andrew Carlson, Coach.
Yeah, Andrew's a really good trainer. I tease him all the time, but you know.
Boy, you came over there tonight. We were out on the field, and you were trying to shake his hand. He said, "No, Coach, give me a big old hug."
Yeah,
a big old hug.
He gave one of them bear hugs.
Yep, from Andrew.
Yeah, he's a good one. He's been here a long time.
Yeah,
he's a good trainer. Sam, you didn't have too many injuries. You came through that pretty well.
Yeah, if you don't play too much, you don't get hurt. It's a good thing to have.
You were a big part of it. I've often said that you are one of my favorite players I've ever coached.
I appreciate it.
He means that too, Sammy. He doesn't just throw that around. Here is Allen looking to Schnurr. Screen. Schnurr. And he's going to get up to about the 30-yard line. And coming over there to get him. I tell you what, I like this Parks kid from his defensive end spot, number 60 there. Big fella, Coach, about 6'3", and goes, let's look at Parks on his size. He goes about 245, 6'5", 245. He makes a lot of plays out there.
He does, and I was watching Jaden Barnhart again. Jaden, the son of my UFO for Lexington Christian, he's been all over the field.
Allen gives to DJ. There's a flag down as he's going to be stopped in the backfield.
They're just like I just said it. Jaden Barnhart, number 15, accelerated from his will linebacker position to come in there and make the tackle. He's playing will linebacker, which is a weak side linebacker. He looks at the formation, gets on the weak side, and that time he just accelerated in to make the tackle.
Penalty flag now. Let's see what the
a lot of penalties in this game, Gary.
Oh, there's been a ton. And most of them against the Knights.
So who do our Steelers got this Sunday?
I guess we're at Cleveland, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so.
Shouldn't be too big of a problem.
We'll see. I don't know. You saw what Kansas City did.
Yeah.
To
put a
New England.
Put a beat down on
in Foxborough. I was really surprised by that one.
Yeah, Bluegrass Preps. Rob Bacigalupo, my good friend up there, the guru, Bluegrass Preps. Both these teams ranked in the Bluegrass Preps poll in AA and AAA. Highly ranked. So thanks to Bluegrass Preps and what they do for high school sports. That penalty moves it back, and Allen rolling to the right. Al Bogue sets, throws, caught, and Norah's going to take it up to the 27-yard line, but that'll bring up third down at about 6.
I think Lexington Christian, if I have one criticism, and only one, is they always try to pull the ball out of the guy's hand rather than make a good, sure tackle.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like that. Strip the ball, I mean, you're making a play, try to strip the ball out of there.
It's fine if you do it, if someone else has a hold of them and you're trying to do it.
That's a
but
good
if you're
point.
the original tackler.
Yeah. There's Allen. Given to Jones. Damian left side, and Damian's still on his feet. Up to the third. He's going to be short of the first down by about maybe a yard. So decision time here for Coach Perry and Catholic. As Jones spun around, but he's short of the first down. So it's fourth.
They're going to measure, Gary, just for the heck of it.
They'll measure it. Tell you what, that was good team defensive pursuit there by LCA, Coach.
What do you think, Sam? Yes or no?
He looks short to me.
I think he's good. He flies helicopters. He's got good eyes.
He's got better eyes than me, Coach.
Me too.
Oh, my goodness. I got those old eyes going
Y'all got the best view in the house up here, though.
It's a great spot. We love it up here. I think we've only broadcast from the other side press box, one time, Coach, since we've been doing this?
Yeah, we've been here most of the time.
Yeah, we like it over here.
So they are going to measure. The referee said no, it's not a first down, it's fourth. And then Coach Perry said, I'm asking for a measurement, and these officials will grant that request if it's close.
Right. Our score is 46-30. Let's turn back time a little bit. At halftime, it was 38-7. And Coach, here's a close-up of that stretch, and I got to ask you, what has Catholic done to? It was 38-30. And they stretched it out. We said good eyes there, Sammy.
About the size of the football, about the length of the football.
So what has Catholic done to cut this to 2 scores after trailing 38-7 at half?
They didn't let Lexington Christian have the ball on offense. Right. They scored and right away, immediately. They got a fumble. They ended up getting a good punt return and then taking it in again. When Lexington Christian, when the Eagles got the football, they drove it down and scored. And the key is Lexington Catholic needs to limit the penalties. Stop with the penalties. They keep killing themselves with penalties. And Lexington Christian, just have your confidence and run your offense. Your offense is working.
This time, Damian Jones is going to go out of the Wildcat. He needs a half a yard. Try to follow that big offensive line. Try and draw him offside as well.
Too much discipline over there.
There's a snap. Jones is going to run it up front. And Jones dives forward, and he's got the first down by about a half a yard. Good defense there by LCA, but Damian Jones, when he's running downhill like that, Coach, he's going to pick up a much-needed half yard almost every time.
He did. There was quite a collision with one of the offensive linemen for Catholic and one of the defensive linemen 5 yards behind the play where the quarterback should have been, and he flipped him in the air. I would love to see what happened there.
First down for the Knights.
Like a wrestling move.
That was a takedown. Jones shifts. Out of the shotgun again is Bo Allen. Allen stepping up, throwing down the middle, and it's caught down to the 45, 44-yard line by Powell, who had that long touchdown catch earlier here in the quarter.
Really good catch. What game was it in the pros where the guy caught the ball against his helmet?
Yeah, it was the Super Bowl a few years back. Was it Giants? Giants
Patriots?
It was Odell Beckham Jr. who it was.
He caught that ball.
Oh, no, it was another guy.
Yeah, it was
another guy.
I forget who the guy
Odell
was.
Beckham had the one-handed catch. There's Allen.
Another screen.
Screen over the middle, caught by Jones, and Damian to the 40. Damian to 39, 38. Good effort. Picks up about 4. That's what you call making something out of nothing. Let's look at that catch again by Mr. Powell. Luke Powell, the junior. What a great shot there, Coach.
Good drop. Nice throw. Look at that catch.
Man.
It's pretty well covered too, wasn't it? He just pulled that ball away. Nice job. Good shot there, William. Super job.
William.
On the replay.
That's why we call him the King of Stream.
That's right.
William Warfield, our producer. Gary Ball with Mike Meehan. And our cohort, Sammy. Here's Allen. Rolling to the right. Bo looking, sets, throws. And he was trying to go to Cameron, but Gavin stopped his pattern there. And he was trying to go to Gavin Cameron, but led him a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And in coverage, Caleb Bolton.
Pretty well covered, actually, and forcing him to roll out to the right like that and throw. I don't think that's his best suit. So,
Coach, we're down 1:23 to go in the third.
And it's a game.
What? Hey, Sam,
we can't
what
see
differences have you seen? I know you said it's the first game you've been back to.
Yes, sir.
Here at LCA, so coming back over.
Differences between the team?
I mean, the facilities.
Oh, the facilities. They've gotten a huge improvement. I was just actually noticing the track is brand new, but no, they have great facilities over here. They did when I was here, but it seems like they got a new maybe a locker room there for halftime over by near the field.
Damian Jones, he's off to the races, 30. He's down to the 20, down to the 18-yard line.
He's back, Gary. He's
he
back.
Runs hard, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got hurt last year, he's been coming back from a knee injury.
See, he's got that. See that wrap he's got on that left knee. He's coming back from that injury.
Is he a senior?
He is a junior.
Yeah, and he's just starting to get his confidence back.
Well, I'll give you after this play. They're up to the line. They're running that hurried up offense, and Allen's going to be sacked back at the 24-yard line.
It's a nice job on there.
McClurg there making the play.
McClurg did a super job of getting in there. Do you remember when we dressed in that garage and the boosters wanted to keep us warm, so they put those gas-powered heaters in there, and we almost asphyxiated the whole team, and we had to leave.
Almost had to forfeit the game.
Oh, my, it was awful.
Well, that was good planning.
Well, it was hilarious. They were worried about us. They thought we'd be cold.
Yeah, I got you.
We weren't cold, but
we weren't cold.
No, but we couldn't.
You're almost passed out, but you weren't cold.
Coach Raines wasn't happy about that at all. I remember.
Here's Jones. Damian.
He broke it.
Into the line. Damian still going. Kept his balance and nearly I tell you what, if he keeps his balance there, he's going to take that into the end zone.
Yeah, he takes that one arm that's free to the ball and tries to touch it down and keep his balance, and he gets those extra yards. That's what I like about him, and I like about Nevis too. These guys that fall forward all the time, they don't get knocked backwards. They just continue to get their self going forward.
There's 5 seconds of trying to get this play off before the end of the third. I'm not sure they're going to make it. They just got it off. Damian Jones into the middle. Damian diving down, still on his feet, and he'll be stopped at about the 5-yard line. When we come back for the fourth quarter, it will be Catholic with the ball inside the 5, threatening to score here and threatening to cut this back to a 1-touchdown game. You're listening to PrepSpin, the White Greer Maggard High School football game of the week.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you till the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Back here live at Lexington Christian. Catholic threatening to score, make this a one-score football game as we start the fourth quarter. Gary Ball, Mike Meehan, William Warfield. Bo Allen, shifting Jones. Now they're turning around looking at the sideline as the Knights have it 1st and goal inside the 5.
Wide trips out there. This is a running formation normally.
Allen waiting for the snap. Long count. Gives back to Jones, and he runs into a cluster of LCA Eagles, and he's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. In particular, there was Harden.
Yeah, that's
Harden.
That was a little zone play probably. Again, I hate to keep harping on the same subject, but, keep the ball.
Right.
Fake the ball in there and keep the ball on the backside. You're reading that end.
There's a big offensive line there, especially John Lynch.
Yeah.
Big number 52. Sammy Vaughn on the right side, big number 55, 6'7", 260, a junior.
See, they're holding it to see if they make him shift. If you watch number 72 on the weak side, if he moves over.
Bo Allen, long snap on the second down. Here as the fourth quarter starts. Allen back to pass. Look, he's got a wide open receiver, and he catches it. Cameron, my man, Gavin Cameron. Have I said I like number 16?
Yeah, nice hands, huh? Boy, just catches the ball with his hands, pulls it in, locks it up. Really nice job.
6'3", 200-pound senior. My man, Gavin Cameron.
Here's a
Catch.
replay. Take a look at this catch. Nice throw, though. Boom.
The defender.
Pretty good coverage.
Yeah, that was Kaufman all over him. And Knights are going to go for 2 to cut this down to a one-score game again. It's 46-36. They can make it 46-38 with this two-point conversion.
I think this is a very important two-point conversion.
I agree. Jones shifts. Allen low snap, picks it up, back rolling to right, throws it in the corner, and it is going to be – did he come up with it? Nope. Incomplete. He did not come up with it in the corner of the end zone over there. Way over on the far side of the field from us, but I believe that was my guy again, Cameron, wasn't it?
Yeah, he threw to Cameron on a little fade out. I think he got more pressure than he thought he was going to get. Bo got more pressure, Bo Allen, and had to get rid of it too quickly.
We'll step out. Lexington Christian 46, Lexington Catholic 36. Here in the fourth quarter, we still have 11 minutes, 8 seconds to go on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up in all sports. pick it up at All Sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Bo Allen now putting together some impressive numbers. 16 of 25, 334 yards, and 4 touchdowns in this game, Coach, for the sophomore quarterback. Nevis, 11 of 16, 152, and a touchdown.
They tried to run an onside kick, and I believe they were offsides.
So they'll back him up 5 yards, make him kick it again. We're in the fourth quarter. Just started the fourth quarter. Gary Ball, Coach Mike Meehan, William Warfield here on PrepSpin. If it's a big high school football game, we got you covered, right, Coach?
Hey, we do. We try to pick the game of the week, and most of the times we get it right.
Coming up Sunday at noon on the CW, the Scholastic Ball Report High School TV show. Our 15th season. Frankfort High School is our team of the week. Coach Foley does a great job. Also, the scholars from Boyle County. And we got a feature with Little P with Dylan Wheatley, one-on-one with Dylan Wheatley here of LCA. That's Sunday at noon, CW. Rios kick. Drives Burton back. He's to the 20 and dancing his way. Running hard. 30. Still running. And finally tackled at the 32-yard line. Nice
he's a
return.
hard runner.
He is, and he's fast. We saw that on that long run he had earlier in this game.
Fast and tough. Just a tough kid.
Gallagher helped out on that stop. If you're just tuning in, what a second half it's been for Lexington Catholic. It was 38-7 at halftime. So they have outscored by a count of what, Coach, 29-8. They've outscored LCA here in the second half.
Yeah, that score that LCA had was big though, because it was a momentum. You know, there was a momentum shift going on.
Right.
And they put the brakes on that.
LeBrecq in motion. Give to Dylan Wheatley. Wheatley hit and dropped on a nice play by Dylan Coulter. I tell you, 59's a football player, folks. If you've never seen him play, you need to get out and enjoy this young man, because 59 can flat play the game of football. His name is Dylan Coulter. He plays for Lexington Catholic. He's a tough hombre.
He is really tough. I'm a little concerned now. Number 23, Henry Holthouse, has been limping a little bit at safety.
Back over to Wheatley, left side. Wheatley running hard. Dylan still running hard. First down up to the 44-yard line. First down for LCA.
It was a nice drive. A good blocking on that side. A really good job. Again, LCA is now in their hurry up, no huddle. Oh, we got a little referee's timeout this time.
I've got 71 highlights in this game. 71 already.
71 highlights in this game, William said, and I'm sure before it's over, William, there's going to be a few more.
Yeah, I would say we're in store for a busy night. By the way, 21 carries now for Dylan Wheatley, 122 yards, and the 2 touchdowns for the big running back.
And Lexington Catholic's been doing a really good job of containing him here in the second half, I think.
Yep. So we are in the fourth quarter. What a football game it's turned out to be. 10-16 to play, 46-36, LCA on top. LCA, one of the most high-powered offenses in the state of Kentucky. We're seeing that on display tonight, Coach. There's Wheatley, left side. No, excuse me, backup running back. That might be Saka. That's Chase Saka. Big number. He runs a lot like Wheatley.
Yeah, he does. I thought it was him, actually. He looked like
it was 30, Saka.
Well, here we go. This is again, they aren't normally in second and long, but it's a good passing down.
Just giving Wheatley a breather is what they were doing, Coach. He's back in there.
Yeah.
Second down and 6 now at the 48 for LCA. They're on top, 46-36, Lexington Catholic on defense. And there's a flag down.
Is this procedure? Yeah, it was an illegal motion probably. Somebody moved before the snap. Yep.
Yep. Look at that moon over there off to the left, Coach.
Oh, beautiful. Orange.
Do they call that a blood moon? A what? Horn moon.
They call it a corn moon in Kentucky
like
and
a
blood
shucking corn.
And blood moons
Right,
other
William.
places.
I couldn't hear him. I got a headset on. Corn moon. Okay. Why wouldn't we know that a guy from Nicholasville would know that, right? Just kidding. Like
There's Nevis.
Nevis off to the races. 40 and to the 37-yard line.
That is the key to this offense.
They can't tackle this guy.
He's a heck of a passer, but his running the ball, Gary, has been the key, I think, to their success.
Nevis now, as we refresh that. Well, Coach, that was a pickup of about, what, 20?
Just about.
They haven't refreshed that yet. He had 141 yards prior to that run. So, Wheatley, 35, 32, leaps down to the 32-yard line. Making the play there is Brown.
I like Lexington Christian. The Eagles have this little block scheme they're using. Number 41, Kalen Liebrick, as a short back. I call him a short back. He motions back, he gets behind the guard, and then they use him to trap or to block those offensive linemen.
You know, Catholics played really well here in the second half, but they've only stopped LCA one time, right?
Right.
Except for the fumble. Wheatley, and he dives down about the 30.
Penetration gets him, and that's the key.
Penetration that time by Callahan, Clay Callahan.
Yeah, Callahan did a nice job, and that's exactly what you need to do against a big man. A good runner like Wheatley is don't let him run.
Nevis, 13 carries, 162 yards, and 2 scores.
And he'll get more before it's over because they're really concentrating on Dylan Wheatley.
Burton splits out to the top. Nevis trying to draw Catholic offside with the inflection. Didn't work. What a great shot there of the LCA offense, Catholic defense. Nevis pitches it to Wheatley. Wheatley, 25. Wheatley pulled down from behind, but he got the first down.
That was a really, really nice job, though. Number 28 for Lexington Catholic, Kevin Brown came over and made a great play to make that tackle. Kevin's a good linebacker. We've called his name a lot.
Yes, we have. LCA's offense, a lot of weapons. Wheatley cutting it back. Wheatley, and this young man just runs so hard, Coach. I could definitely see him being a really good collegiate player as well.
I do too, and he pounds, and you get tired of tackling him after a while.
Exactly.
And what they're doing is they're sealing off the big guys, so the only people that can tackle him would be the corners and the outside linebackers. And it's hard to bring that man down.
6 minutes and 48 seconds to play, Coach, in the game. 46-36, but it's been a tremendous second half of football.
It's been a great second half of football, and I don't think it's over yet. They're just driving the football.
Catholic looking for the big turnover here. Wheatley. Nevis keeps it, tucks it back. Nevis and tripped up. He took it down near the 5-yard line.
Yeah, again, another keep, another really good play on that keep. Well, this is a big stop here if Catholic can get the ball back. Again, though, God, it's how do you stop a team that can run the football and with the quarterback and the big running back?
Oh, I know. And great receivers. Great guys out there catching the football. Wheatley breaks a stiff arms a man, cuts it back. Dylan down to see where they marked him at, Coach. What is that, about the 4?
Looks like about the 4-yard line. And again, he's tough. He's running tough, but they're doing a decent job of stopping him in the second half as far as keeping him from breaking those
runs. Look at that rushing. You got over 300 yards by Nevis and Wheatley rushing and 68 by Burton.
Yeah.
So you got almost 400 yards there rushing by 3 guys for LCA.
And again, find a running attack as you go on in the season and into playoffs.
Look at Damian Jones for Catholic, 150 yards for him rushing.
I'm glad to see him back. I really am.
Nevis to Wheatley.
Why not?
Wheatley bounced back, still running, and going to be tackled right there. And
carries the ball nice, high and tight. That keeps you from fumbling the football when you carry it in the front, high and tight on your chest.
Big Ballard, Jacob Ballard, big number 75 in on that D-line making the play for the Knights.
I think Mr. Wheatley's a little bit tired now, Gary. How many carries does he have?
Wheatley in the game has a total of 26 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, 26 carries is a lot in a game like this. You get pounded constantly.
Also has a reception in the game.
Yeah, that's right.
He can catch. That's something that goes unnoticed about Dylan, big number 32. He can catch the ball in the backfield, too. I think that's what the college coaches like about him.
Timeout. Yeah.
Yep. That's right. Played some defensive end, made some plays. So timeout on the field. We have 4 minutes and 46 seconds here in the ball game, and it's been a good one as LCA leads 46-36. Again, our good friends Mingy Beef Jerky. That's right, Mingy Beef Jerky. Coach Joe B. Hall used to always say, you got to try this stuff because Mingy Beef Jerky, the mild, I like the mild personally. Some people like the Cajun. Some like the barbecue. What's your favorite, Coach?
I like the mild, too. I'm not big on the hot stuff, so pretty darn good
Coach,
stuff. Pretty good.
What do we expect here in these last 4 minutes and 46 seconds with LCA leading 46-36?
Well, what's going to happen is if LCA scores here, Lexington Catholic's going to have to take some chances.
Yes.
And they're going to have to do some things they don't really want to do. But, again, they got so far behind in the first half, I mean, it's just awful tough to catch up.
Remember, they scored 15 points in the first 59 seconds of the second half.
Absolutely. They came roaring out of the gate in the second half. I think LCA was a little stunned, too. Those things happened too quick to a team that felt pretty confident about where they were.
If you're Coach Atchley over there and you do not score here on this is going to be a third down. Do you kick the field goal here?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You kick it. You have a good
and then
kicker.
go up by 13, you know?
Yeah, you have a good kicker. Go up by 13.
Yep. Still got plenty of time left in this game. Movement by, give it counter. They fake it. Nevis rolling to the right. Hit. And Nevis is going down. What a great play there by the Knights defense.
Yeah, they got to be careful.
Callahan.
Yeah, Callahan did a little hand motion after he got him down. You got to be careful with that in high school
just telling
football.
him to stay down. So I think we are going to see a field goal attempt here.
Yeah, it's pretty smart. You got to keep that lead where it.
So Catholic's hoping they can block it maybe, and who knows, run it back, right?
Anything can happen.
If you're a Catholic fan. Dobbs, he nailed the 22-yarder. This is from 27. Kick is up, nearly blocked. Off to the left, and it is going to be good. Just got in the left upright. Catholic thought he pulled it left. The official's right there underneath the goalpost. Hey, it's good, and makes it 49-36. We'll be back here on the White Greer Maggard Game of the Week thanks to Bluegrass Preps. Bluegrass Preps, Rob Batchkalupo. Do a great job up there on Bluegrass Preps. We'll be back.
What is that?
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
I used my credit cards over the holidays, and I thought I could make it work. But between the bills and everything else, I'm really starting to fall behind.
A lot of people out there are drowning in debt.
We're Atkinson, Sims & Kermode. You can have a brighter future away from debt.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. In Lexington and now in London.
Thanks to all of our great sponsors here on PrepSpin. Gary Ball, Mike Meehan, William Warfield, Aaron Rose. What is Aaron doing exactly, William? Creating highlights. Thank you, Aaron. Here's the kick taken, and it's going to be taken by Schnurr. Schnurr out to the 25. Schnurr near the 30. Schnurr still going. and finally knocked backwards at about the 30-yard line. That's where Lexington Catholic will have it. Coach, I'll lean out the window here and tell you we have 3:52 to play and tell you that it's 49-36 Lexington Christian. And what can Lexington Catholic do to score 13 points here in the last 4 minutes and 30?
Well, what did they do at the beginning of the second half?
That's
57
right.
seconds
Get a long pass and then a fumble recovery.
Anything can happen. Again, Lexington Christian is going to play this pretty safe, keep the receivers underneath him. But the key is get the ball to Jones. If they're going to back off and let you complete things underneath, get the ball to Jones and snur.
Well, Catholic has shown me a lot as far as a team that, even though you're being dominated 38-7 at halftime, they have showed me a lot of character in this second, whether they win this game or not.
Yeah, they have. And Gary, look at this crowd. Nobody's left this stadium.
And LCA is really good this year offensively. Here's Allen throwing deep, going downfield. Receiver down there, tip, knocked away. And they're wanting a interference, but there's no interference on that one.
No, because it was tipped. The ball was tipped in the air. That does away with the interference, unless of course it's a face mask or a personal foul.
Yeah, that's a live ball when it's tipped, right, Coach?
Yeah,
live football.
That's right.
So Snur was the intended receiver. Allen throwing good balls tonight. He's 16 of 26, 334 yards and 4 touchdown passes for the sophomore sensation for Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, Lexington Catholic has this reputation of coming strong about halfway through the season.
Yeah.
And Lexington Christian, according to William, is not a third quarter team all year.
Well, they got dominated that third quarter, quite simply. Got dominated. Allen rolling to the left, being grabbed and sacked. Back at the 22.
Not much he could do there. He tried to crank it up to throw it, but
that was Caleb Bolton, the linebacker. 55 right there. Bolton making the sack.
Strong side linebacker. Yeah, he was right on that play.
Caleb Bolton. Got to bring up third and about 15. Remember they tried the long pass downfield to Snur. Now it's 3rd and 15 for Allen. Fires right side, and that's going to be nearly intercepted up in midfield. It's dropped up there by Burton.
Burton had an opportunity. He's going to really regret that. That's one of those things when you go to bed at night, you just, God.
I had a pick, and I dropped it. I had a pick against Lexington Catholic late in the game, fourth quarter action. We have 3 minutes and 8 seconds left.
This is it because they're going to go for it. They have to.
Yeah, this is the play. If they don't convert this, game over.
It's game, yeah.
Lexington Christian's going to defeat them for the first time in school history.
They're just going to give them a big dose of Dylan Wheatley.
Yep. And remember, Lexington started out 1-5 last year against a strong schedule and came on strong at playoff time.
They always do.
The injury to Jones is what hurt him last year. Here's Allen rolling, throwing, and it is another almost intercept, another pass incomplete. That's going to do it. So Lexington Christian can just probably run this clock out now. Leading 49-36.
Yeah, unless they get a bad snap or something, they've got it. They've got a game, and the first time in history, a huge crowd over there still packed in the stands.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's gone anywhere on the LCA side.
No,
and Catholic, I was outside when you were doing the halftime, the UFOs, and there's a huge Catholic contingent here tonight. Of course, they didn't have very far to drive. Just come down Clays Mill about a mile, hang a left on Reynolds, there you are.
Yeah, you can ride your bike over.
You ride your bike over. You could, heck, it's a beautiful night. Walk over.
You want to walk home?
Who, me? No. I live on the other side of town. I don't think so.
It'll be a long walk.
Be about 10 miles, Coach. I'm not ready to run a marathon yet.
No.
Hey, I played tennis, though. Got a match Sunday night. Tennis is going well. Nevis keeps, tucks, hit, slap down at the 22. And good play there by the Knights. I believe that was a new player in there, 51.
Yeah, 50.
That's Ryan Mattingly. He's not a new player. He's one outstanding linebacker for the Knights defense.
Yeah, this is, again, just give him a big dose of Dylan Wheatley and just drive that football down there.
Remember, Coach, at halftime, this was a 38-7 score. You thought, oh, man. They play it in 2 halves, and Catholic has dominated this second half, 31-12.
Couldn't make the big play when they needed it, though.
Nope. Nevis. Yeah. Dylan Wheatley down the gut. Dylan Wheatley barreling over people down to the 12 as he ran into big number 56. That's Justin Tackett.
Timeout called by Lexington Catholic. No timeout. No timeout. No.
Approaching 2 minutes to play. Down. Approaching 2 minutes to play, Coach. Look at that. Fired up crowd over there. Lexington Christian. Yeah, Nevis taking his time. Gives the Wheatley Dances hit, knocked backwards. Wheatley crunched backwards there, pops up. You know, that's the thing goes unnoticed about Dylan Wheatley. I don't know if he does Pilates or yoga, but he's very flexible.
Very flexible. Yoga, probably.
Yep.
Oh. This lamp's too hot.
Yep. So we have a minute 30 to play as some of the Lexington Catholic student body starts to hit the parking lot here at the Lexington Christian. Second down. Nevis tucks it. Nevis, and he is going to take it in for his third touchdown rushing tonight. Was he hit late, Coach?
No, he wasn't hit late, but he was rolled over when the tackle was made. The guy kind of twisted his leg and rolled him over.
I often wonder why when so many tackles are made that deep in the end zone, why that isn't called more. You don't need to tackle a guy 5 yards into the end zone. That's where a lot of injuries occur.
And
he scored he scored 5 yards ago. Here's the replay. Okay, right there, look. Okay, he has scored right there.
No.
Why do you go ahead and tackle him?
No, that's what got him there, the twist.
Yeah.
See, that was intentional.
Yeah.
That was not good. If it wasn't intentional, it was somebody that's frustrated and not sure what to do. They're walking him off the field. Honestly, why not? Oh well.
Yeah.
I'm a different sort. Take a knee in those plays.
Well, yeah, that's true too. I was wondering, you got a 13-point lead. They're not going to beat you.
No.
With a minute to go, and take a knee, and don't. Maybe Catholic felt like they were trying to run that score up, but I mean they were only up 13 points. So it's not like they're up 30.
Yeah.
I mean, Owen Houck would score another touchdown if he was up 70-20.
Yeah, that's happened to me before for sure. But I think sometimes it's a smart thing to do when you have a really good football team, Gary, is win the game and go home.
Yeah, minute 12 here. And the big story now is we hope Nevis, the outstanding quarterback for LCA, is nothing serious about that leg injury that occurred 5 yards deep into the end zone after he scored.
Looked like a little twist of his ankle. It's no call for that.
It's the extra point from Dobbs. Kick is up, and it is, boy, this young man's got a leg, doesn't he? This Dobbs kid.
And that's what you need in the playoffs.
Soccer player. He must be I was about to say that, William. He must be a really good soccer player, and William said he's one of the star soccer players. So he's got a good leg. 55-36. LCA is going to win their first game ever, but the big story to me here is with a minute to go, Coach, I totally agree. I was going to say it before the play. Why not take a knee? I mean, they're not going to score 13 points on you if you could take a knee and run the clock down even more.
And, again, if you're not going to do that, give the ball to your
220-pound running back.
Yes, pound the football. Pound it in there. Either that or take a knee. You're risking your quarterback on those runs.
Well, obviously, Nevis went out with the injury. Listen to this for Logan, though. 17 carries, 177 yards. Said it was his third touchdown. He's also thrown a touchdown pass.
Yes, he did.
So he's accounted for 4 touchdowns, 3 rushing,
game.
1 passing. He's thrown for 160 yards and rushed for 177. So that's 337 yards.
What's Wheatley ended up with yards?
Wheatley has 28 carries, 147 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's a pretty good duo.
Yes.
And, again, you got to give a lot of compliments to that offensive line.
And I got to give some love to WL Stats and Kenny Bourne for providing that stat monitor. Thank you, Kenny, and William for hooking that up for us. That is, it just makes the broadcast so much more entertaining when you've got all those stats to give people, Coach.
And the replay.
And the replays. Those have been spectacular. Here's a kick, bouncing around. That's a free football, and they lose it. But Catholic might have scooped it back. Yeah, they got it back up to the 25-yard line. So it was 38-7 at halftime. And
they're going to rush the field. Well, somebody's trying to hold him back. I don't know who that is, but that's not going to be.
I don't think that's Terry Johnson, is it?
What is that? No. What in the world?
Is that a rabbit? Looks like he's got a.
That's a pope or something. That's a dang.
Oh, yeah, it's a guy dressed up like the Pope. That's what it is. Because they're playing the Catholic Knights. That's what that is.
I guess. The Pope should be on this side.
Well.
What's the Pope on that side?
Coach.
Hey, Pope. Hey, Papa.
Come back this way.
You're on the wrong side. Yeah, rabbit. He thought it was a rabbit. It's a pope. Sorry, people. We're getting a little giddy up there.
I mean, wait a minute, Coach. I thought it was a rabbit till I put my binoculars on him. Then I realized it was the Pope over there.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh.
Yep. So they'll mark it up at the 32. Just a minute 7. And LCA is going to win their first ever meeting with Lexington Catholic. They were 0-3 coming in, but they're going to get off that snide tonight, leading 56-36. But what a great effort by Catholic in the second half, Coach.
Yeah,
Bo Allen, quick pass right side, caught, and that's going to be Schnurr. Schnurr's driven back to
He's had a good game.
Oh, he's had an excellent game.
Yeah, tough kid. I really like him.
Schnurr, 6 catches for nearly 100 yards and a touchdown for Schnurr tonight.
Yeah, he's had a good night. He's pretty darn good.
LCA's I believe they're at home next week, William, against Walton Verona. Does that sound about right? And I'm gonna check my scoreboard here, and I'll tell you who the Knights are playing after this play. I'll tell you who Lexington Catholic entertains or away. Lexington Catholic has Highlands next Friday.
One-handed catch. Did he catch it?
How about this, Coach? Lexington Catholic leaves LCA, and next Friday they head up to Fort Thomas to take on Highlands.
I just don't think Highlands is the same team.
I think Catholic can beat them.
I do too.
Highlands isn't the Highlands team that we're used to seeing. So clock stopped here with that incompletion. 26 seconds. 56-36. Lexington Christian. Bo Allen throwing it deep down the right side. He's got a receiver down there, and there's a battle for the ball. And LCA says they've got it. The official right there. And let's see what they call. That's going to be an interception.
If it was in bounds.
Official already called it. It was Green who picked it off. Take a look at it, Coach. There's Allen's pass. There's a battle for it there between Schnurr and Green. And
yeah, foot was in.
Yep, great interception there. Great job.
The coach was standing over there, but he'd be careful, though. Looked like he was about ready to jump in there and intercept it himself.
Well, he can't. He doesn't count. They wouldn't give it to him. Or who knows? Jed Green, he's a junior with that pick. Good play by Jed. Let's give Jed some love. So now they'll go into victory formation. And that's the backup quarterback in there for Lexington Christian, Braden Miller. Taking the victory formation. And both teams head to their sidelines. And what a victory here tonight for Lexington Christian, one of the top-ranked teams. Coach, in the Bluegrass Preps Poll that comes out Monday, I believe this Lexington Christian team.
Here
come the kids. Yeah, there comes the the Pope. Comes the Pope.
I don't get this.
Who's the guy? Is that Nevis's head there?
That's Dobbs' head.
Who?
Tyler Dobbs.
Oh, that's the Tyler Dobbs. William knows all these guys because he lives out here, and that's the kicker.
He's got a big head.
He does. He's a good kicker. He's got a big foot too.
He's got a lot of confidence. He's got a big head.
Got a big leg.
Well, it's really good to see them celebrating.
Big head. Yeah, Lexington Catholic, great second half. They were trailing 38-7 at halftime. They came back with 29 points in the second half. They actually had this down, Coach, to a one-score football game.
See if you can spot Nevis.
Well, he certainly wears number 1 for LCA.
Look for him.
We're looking to see the situation with Nevis, the quarterback who got his leg turned, rolled over there at the end on that touchdown run.
If he's not on the sideline, then he's in this massive humanity. So
right.
Pretty neat, big game. I tell you what, that was one of the most exciting second halves of football that I've seen in a long time.
Do you? Let's take a break. We'll come back, William. We'll take a break, come back on the White Greer Maggard. 56-36. LCA, their first win in school history over their arch rival, Lexington Catholic.
At White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, we believe that greatness is in the details. Each decision we make is for the benefit of our patients and our community. This means using industry-leading technology to help you achieve your goals and uncover your perfect smile. Our precision and efficiency results in an experience that is both pleasurable and affordable. White, Greer, and Maggard Orthodontics, applying precision and elegance to your smile.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
There are 50 Whitaker Bank locations serving Kentucky communities just like mine.
61 Whitaker Bank ATMs throughout Kentucky make getting quick access to cash easy.
Whitaker Bank staff serves the needs of nearly 70,000 Kentucky customers every day.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
At Lexington Diagnostic Center, we love athletes.
We understand that when you are injured, the results of an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray can be the only thing keeping you off the field.
And that's what we're here for.
Same or next day appointments, front door parking, and our on-site radiologists make it easy for you to quickly get the results you and your doctor need. Call and compare prices.
We can save you hundreds of dollars.
We would love to help get you back in the game.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living their lives. Bluegrass Orthopaedics has physician experts to assist in your recovery, whether it's an injury or chronic condition. Bluegrass Orthopaedics provides convenient, specialized, and comprehensive care for your unique life.
My tax refund usually helps me out, but this year it was much lower than what it was supposed to be. This isn't enough to get me caught up. What am I supposed to do?
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Say no to debt. Get your bankruptcy started for as little as $78 today. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in London.
All S, all P, all O, R-T-S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall on Facebook and Twitter, locally owned and operated since 1972.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
Take a little walk with me. I'll keep you in good company and be there for you to the end. You'll never be alone, my friend.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
All S, all P, all O, R, T, S. Pick it up at all sports. Pick it up at all sports.
In Fayette Mall and allsportslex.com, locally owned and operated since 1972.
By the number.
Gary Ball with Coach Mike Meehan. There's the LCA huddle as they get their victory tonight, 56-36. Coaches, look at some final numbers. Listen to this. It was 21-0 at the end of the first quarter. It was 38-7 at halftime. Lexington Catholic put 23 points on the board in the third quarter, Coach, 15 of those in the first minute of the third quarter. They to outscore LCA 23-8 in that quarter, but then LCA came back 10-6 fourth quarter, and they went at 56-36. And we'll give some individual numbers here. But interesting breakdown there as we broke down those quarters.
It really was. And they came out second half roaring and got a couple breaks, too. That makes a difference. A fumble. I think Wheatley fumbled, didn't he? Or who? Or Burton. Burton.
Burton.
And that made a big difference. The thing, Gary, that I want to go back to was Jones. I think Jones found himself. And that's going to be pretty important the rest of the year for Lexington Catholic.
Yes, he did. He had a big night. I'll give you those numbers. Bo Allen, by the way, had a big night too. The sophomore quarterback was 18 of 32, 356 yards, 4 touchdown passes for Bo Allen tonight. Damian Jones, 20 carries, 162 yards carried tonight for Catholic. Receiving, boy, what a receiving game by Schnurr. 6 catches, 87 yards, and the touchdown. Big night. Also 6 catches by Trenton Knorr. So Knorr with a good job. And my man Gavin Cameron also had the big touchdown catch tonight as well. Leading the way receiving was Burton, 4 catches, 57 yards, and then 3 catches, 50 yards for LeBrec in the ball game. Those are your leading your quarterback numbers, your rushing numbers, and receiving numbers for the football teams. We're still waiting. We're trying to get Coach Ethan Ashley up here. He had some post-game stuff to do and also talking to his team. We're going to try to get him up here and talk to him real quick on the post-game if we're able to do that, Coach. But those are some final numbers. But the big number, of course, 56-36. LCA gets their first win in school history in football on the football field against Lexington Catholic football.
56 points, that's pretty amazing if you think about it, against a decent team, one class above them. But again, Lexington Christian, this is their year. I mean, this is their year. They're talking about a possible undefeated season.
Yeah, Danville's probably looking at their schedule. Danville on October 20th comes in here. To me, that's the one team that can probably give them a tussle.
And they've got them here. That's a good thing because playing down there, that's a really a tough place to play.
They've got Walton Verona next Friday. The Bearcats out of Boone County. They play in the southernmost tip of Boone County. Walton does. Basically known for their basketball and baseball. They started football a few years ago, and they actually have had a couple of really good all-state players. The Cole Mosier kid that started at Kentucky on the offensive line is a Walton Verona graduate. I don't know if you knew that or not.
No. Speaking of Kentucky, what do you think about tomorrow's game?
They'll win by 4 touchdowns. I just don't think Eastern. I mean, if Western beat Eastern like they did, I mean, I think Kentucky should beat them pretty good. I think we'll see Drew Barker quarterback some in the second half. I'm not that impressed with Johnson so far this year, Coach. I wasn't impressed at all. I was impressed with our defense, though, in that opener against Southern Miss. You know, they held a pretty good Southern Miss team to 17 points and won the game, but was not that impressed with the offense for Kentucky. But I think they'll right the ship. I think they'll right the ship tomorrow against Eastern, who I don't think can hang with them.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, though, about Johnson, he wins.
And that's the one thing. He's 8-4, 8-5 as the quarterback there.
11-4, something like that.
Oh, is he really? He's won that many?
Got some crazy number that I heard. But,
wow, that's more than I thought.
But the point is, here's a guy who makes mistakes, and he's skinny. He's going to take a beating in the SEC.
Yeah, they wanted him to gain weight, but he couldn't.
But that's true. He could take some of mine if he wants to.
He can have some of mine for sure.
Yeah, but he's a good quarterback. He's that threat to run the football, which is what they've needed. So.
Right.
And they've got, Drew Barker. He's a local guy, Kentucky guy, and people really like him, but they do need to give him some time. They need to let him play some in order for him to develop in case they really, really do need him down the road.
I meant to ask William earlier, but William Warfield, our producer, and the King of Stream. What game are we looking at next Friday? I'm not sure. Okay. Gotcha. He's here for the Walton Verona game next Friday.
We'll look at the schedule and we'll see.
Yep. See what games are out there for possibly to do on Mixler. But, looking forward to more games. This was a great second half. It was totally dominated by – I'm not sure we're going to be able to get Coach Ashley, William. He's still talking out there with Josh Moore, the Herald leader. So I'm not sure we're going to be able to get him up here. We'd have to wait a long time, I think. So what do you guys think? Wrap things up? Is that okay? Do you want to wait it out or okay? Well, let's that'll just about do it for us here. 56-36, Lexington Christian wins it over Lexington Catholic. LCA stays unbeaten, 4-0, and Lexington Catholic drops to 2-2. Coach Meehan, great job again. William, great job over there. King of Stream. William Warfield for PrepSpin. And we'll call it a night. 56-36. Join us for more great high school football here on PrepSpin to White Greer Maggard. Game of the week.